All right, good evening, everybody. It is Thursday evening, and we've got several games scheduled tonight for what will probably be a short little broadcast of the American Ricci Mahjong League. Nathaniel here, soon to be joined by Jeffrey and maybe other friends for a C1 matchup to start us off this evening. Mason, Yueming, Nicholas, and Aiden will be our players for this opening matchup. Currently, it is Nicholas, our starting dealer, moving to the right. StarCraft is Mason across the table and Aiden on the left. And we've got a quick open to the right of the East for East Dora 1, 2,000 points potentially. But not a bad hand for the dealer. We've got a potential Ricci Pinfu who could draw 3 Mon. And with draws around the 7 Mon, we can even work our way towards a Tanyao Ricci Pinfu possible there as well. Across the table, Mason is steadily building towards a Ricci of his own. It looks like very standard progress. Maybe you can call for Tanyao as well. Unfortunately, no Dora in that hand. And on the left, multiple pairs. I'm seeing 5 pairs, and that means we are Chito Ishanten, potentially with Tanyao as well. The dealer not afraid to open up, though, calling the 4-pin Pom, and walks into a 2 Shanten. Overall in the standings, looks like our Toyman is doing the best. Mason having an excellent season. 6 firsts, 6 seconds, 0 thirds, 0 fourths. Would love if I could have those statistics. Looks like he's a runaway candidate to promote into the B divisions. However, Yueming on the right, not doing too badly. 5th overall in the standing, and currently looking at a promotion spot, and currently in Tempai, waiting 7-so for Mon. Tsumo will give him some bonus fu here, but Tao's not very live in the wall. 7-so currently held in that Chitoi hand, and the 4-mon is 2 left in the wall. Could have considered calling the Chi there to swap the weight to a 5-8-so. Ends up drawing the 6-so anyway, and does indeed switching over to 5-8-so, which could incorporate a second Dora. Even had the option to call the 6-so for a Toy shift, where the 7-so weight looks kind of good, but of course we already knew that Aiden was holding that pair on the left. Mason across the table does manage to shift into a Tanyao, but the 8-so does not come to dealer's hand. That will come out for Tondora 1, 2,000 points as expected. Relatively inexpensive start to the game, but certainly Yueming will not be complaining about this one. Opens up in the dealer hand to a very awkward shapes here. Penchon in the upper Sozu, extended Penchon in the lower Pinzu, and this Kanchan 3-5 on which wants to accept the Dora but has not found it just yet. In fact, no one's found the Dora just yet. All 4 of the 4 Mon are in the wall. On the right, that looks like it could be a speedy hand for Mason, especially if he's willing to call the East Wind, just as our current dealer was in the last round. Aiden across the table with a very standard-looking shape. Will hope to be drawing the Dora. Other than that, playing very efficiently, and perhaps slamming a Ricci in the near future. On the left, another Ricci-type hand for Nicholas will want to be Pinfu filled with some of these bad shapes. But the East call does come out on the right, and pairs have been drawn, so that means Toy is a possibility. Mason will be looking for that 7-pin to come out. And even if that's not found, you can pull the 6-so, and that makes the 8-so really hard for other players to use. Seemed like a relatively strong weight as well. Oh, there's the 8-so first, and I think we're going to take the Toy weight for the extra value. Alright, 7-pin 6-so has 3 tiles in the wall, not so bad. They are relatively useful tiles, so won't be coming out of dealer's hand or Kamicha to the left. However, Aiden across the table certainly can't use it, and if you just Tsumo, you don't have to worry about it at all. That will also give bonus fu as well. I guess that was already locked in no matter what, but always nice to get the Tsumo share the damage among the rest of the table. And Mason will take the lead moving into his dealership. 9-Mon Anko and 2 Kanchan shapes. Can't accept the door. Fills one of those Kanchans immediately.
Each.
And oh my goodness, there's a Ricci already, and this is not a bad one either. Ricci, Pinfu, Dora, 1. Waiting 5, 8, so. And just what I was going to talk about, how the dealer had some options. It's another Ricci. Nicholas slams a Ricci Pinfu of his own, waiting 2 so, 5 so. So's expensive, but he finds the Tsumo on the 2 so. And Uda will make it a Mangan. Misses though, 2,600 from the dealer and 1,300 from the rest of the players. Is quite a nice hand there. We move to Aiden's dealership. Hasn't had a good opportunity in that last hand, but the 2-5-8 Suji, the really bad Suji, ended up getting summoned by Nicholas. And so what can we make of this new high pie as the dealer? Haku's the door, none in hand. In fact, see one across the table, or Yuming, and one for Mason on the left. And in terms of the dealer's hand, maybe 3-5 Sancho is a possibility. Ricci Pinfu seems to be the most natural path for this hand. Oh, nice 5-pin fill. And now just 2 away from Tenpai with really efficient shapes. On the right hand, wants to be a Ricci, but out comes the Haku, and Toyman had just paired it up a couple discards ago. And that means we have an open Mangan visible to the table. This is just 2 away from Tenpai, and he finds the 5-mon even before the 9-pin. Really strong Ishantan now. Both Jiamen shapes are class A, and now even improves to perfect Ishanten, meaning no matter how he calls, this will give a strong weight. A Jiamen weight. Mason is Ishanten and is willing to jam the 3, so gives Tenpai to Yuming, but that also means he can slam a reach of his own. He's not afraid to fight. Takes the 3-sided weight, and the 1-mon comes out though. Sotogawa to the Ricci player, but that will deal in for the Mangan. Aiden had drawn that 8-pin, which would have dealt into Mason's Ricci. Held off on that, but could not dodge the Hakudora 3 to the right. And that will put Aiden at a little bit of a disadvantage, but this game's been going very quickly into the south round. We'll see. Still 4 more rounds and a dealership with which to make up those points. Notably, Aiden passing up the Hakupon here, looking at the hand to the left. Perhaps with the mind of creating a little bit more value than Haku or Hakudora 1. In the meantime, though, dealer looking strong, 2 away from Tenpai. Could end up on a Shabu weight, but we're expecting the 5-mon to turn into a sequence instead. Maybe we draw the 4-mon or the 6-mon. And if we draw something like 5-so or 8-so, we could even consider cutting one of the pairs, perhaps the 5-mon itself, in anticipation of creating a sequence with that shape later. On the right, classic Tanya-looking hand could be Ricci Pinfu Ipeiko as well, also holding the 7-so for door acceptance. Across the table, wants to be a Ricci as well. No real open path for that hand. And we already saw Aiden pass a call, so he's planning to Ricci too. It looks like that's the plan for everyone at the table. A dealer drew an excellent 3-so, and that solidifies the shapes. Now we can even go 1-pin instead. Since we no longer have use for this 5 as a sequence, you could still go 5-mon and hope to draw the 6-mon, and maybe work towards 5, 6, 7 Sanchoku, but this is a little bit of a safer way to approach your Ishantan. Now the 4-so, on the other hand, not a very useful tile, and actually a bit of a liability, I think, so I would prefer to have the 1-pin in my hand instead of this extra 4-so. There's the door draw to the right, so
Ricci.
maybe willing to call here, but a Ricci comes out from Toyman. Ricci Dora 1, waiting on the door, indicator 4-so, and that liability does end up coming out on a Patsu turn as well. Ricci Pats Dora will be 5,200 points, and Mason continues to take points away from all the tables he plays at. Currently in 2nd place. We'll see if he can keep up that Rentai for the rest of this game. All right. Booming now with an excellent dealer hype by. This got too many good shapes. All Jiamen out pair found. You could go 3-mon, 1-mon cut, but it's just more efficient to play headless. And now, completing one of those sequences, now we have to make a choice. Probably cut from the overlapping pin shape. Maybe the 6, 7. What's more likely, 5, 6, 7 Sanchoku or 2, 3, 4? Likes the idea of the 5, 8 here. Regular viewers will know that I'm a huge fan of the 2, 3, 4 Sanchoku. But in this case, it doesn't really exist because if we draw the 4 mon, we'll just be Tenpai. So maybe the 5, 6, 7 is a little bit more likely. As we pair up the 5 mon anyway and straight into Ishanten. Hold a safe west, not holding any liabilities, and that's incidentally Dora pair as well. So we'll see if a Dama is chosen. If we just slam a Ricci. Pinfu Dora 2 for 5,800, not so bad. But Ricci for the full Mongon is even better. Now this Tuso will be retained as it does improve the draws towards Tenpai. Speaking about Tenpai, Nicholas calls one more time Haku Dora 1.
Tsumo.
And finds the Tsumo. Aiden was collecting all those winning tiles and refusing to let them go, but Nicholas drew it himself and now will be just 300 points shy of the starting 30,000 points. The barrier for a positive score. This game, you have to be at least 30k. With the way the league's UMA works. Mason now in the dealer spot, actually in the lead as Yuming ate the very small Oyakaburi. Points were close enough that it was significant enough to change placement. What a lovely 7-pin draw for Mason. The 9-pin looks pretty good too, so if you can get a 6-9 pin weight in the future, it looks really strong. You might even consider cutting this 8-9 mon or the 5 mon. 9 mon is Dora, so perhaps the 5 will come out first. Yeah. It's very, very straightforward play from Mason now. Let's see, on the right, Aiden looking for a big hand. This is not quite there, but it has some thoughts of becoming something like a Ricci, Pinfu, Ipeko. Maybe get Tanao as well. Yeah, playing for that with the 9-so cut. Across the way, Nicholas has his eyes set on Manzu Honitsu with the Yakuhai West as well, so it's a little bit of value there. And we'll call the 8 mon, but the reason that came out is because Mason paired up the Dora and now has beautiful shapes. We'll probably just cut this 8-pin and the 9-pin and take a Pinfu Dora 2 with Sanchoku chance potentially. Aiming on the left, pretty reasonable shapes here. Could draw into Ipeko, could just call the Hatsu if it ever comes out. Oh, it is efficient to cut the 9-pin here, and yeah, we're seeing players not sacrificing any efficiency in the name of safety on their dealership with strong hands. Certainly the classic way to play. Just, oh, there's the 4-pin, and now Dama chooses to Dama here. The 4-mon Ron is very strong. Pinfu Sanchoku Dora 2 is 12,000 points, and Yuming has this extra 4-mon that might come out eventually. And even as a Damo in South 3, if you're concerned about placement as your priority, increasing your win rate here might be... We're going to see a Con, though, revealing the 5-so to be the Dora. Maybe the Con is the impetus for Ricci. Oh, the 1 comes out. No chance to do that. Pinfu Dora 2, 5,800 will really put Mason in a strong spot here to take first place. Over 42,000 points. And a bit of a lead on second now. Brilliant Hypai as well. Can call the East. Maybe even work towards the Honitsu. Not going to commit to it with this lack of blocks. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 plus a pair. So technically the tile's forward. And yeah, okay. Pei Pon We have toy outs as well. We can get Chanta. Lots of ways to increase the value from Honitsu only or Honitsu Yakuhai. And of course, we are anticipating that east any moment now. Aiden to the right has reasonable shapes for Ricci. Will have to contend, of course, with a dealer that is showing a pretty scary hand. And he's going to greed this door for as long as he can. Going so far as to cut the 4 so. Has Sanchoku as well, so it'll be interesting to see if he draws into Tenpai now, if he'll take it, or if he'll drop Tuso or 8mon. The 8mon Tuso weight not super strong here, so I think I agree with this decision. And he's going to absolutely greed this Dora. A little bit of a backfire for cutting the south on the first turn, but Mason still has the necessary tiles to complete this hand. And now draws an Anko of the east, so he's Ishanten now. Toyman, Ishanten for Tanyao. Kamicha still chugging along. Chun passes. That probably wasn't going to leave Kamicha's hand, but now it can. Oh, that is Chito Ishanten, so the once cut Chun, not so bad of a weight, especially when you expect dealer to might perhaps be holding on to one. Now it comes against the Ricci, though. Ricci, Sanshoku, Dora 1, waiting 3mon, Dora indicator, they're all held. Nicholas might not know it, but he is preventing Aiden from winning a monster. And of course, it's very natural to take this Ricci as soon as you get it, because you know that the dealer can't make use of this 3mon. If he wants to fight for his hand, he'll have to jam. Do so relatively safe, and it'll come out. Full Kabe on the 4-so. And Tenpai found 2, 3, 5, I believe. Tons of Fu as well. Oh, and Nicholas is going to just jam here. 4-pin. There's that Tsumo Mason. Ton Honitsu, 50 Fu. And 32,000 all, 9,600 plus the Ricci stick plus the Honba. I think first place is all but confirmed here. Now the question is, can he maximize his points here? Can he bring second place below 30,000 points for the extra Uma bump? Get 5 bonus points of Uma if you can drag everyone else below 30k. This is an okay hand. Maybe not the perfect start towards that goal, especially when you consider Aiden on the right making excellent progress. Ishanten already, but trying to use the door 7-pin. Women with shapes towards 6, 7, 8 Sanchoku. 2 away from Tenpai. And on the left, oh, that's just a Ricci pin for waiting, Ricci pin for Dora waiting to happen. Nice 2-mon fill though, and Mason will just play straight forward. Aiden as well into Ishanten. Oh, misses out on Ipeko, but we'll just take the Ricci, give up the Dora. Ricci Pinfu. Waiting 3-6 pin. And Nicholas this time seems to always have a read on Aiden's winners here. We'll cut the safe 7-pin Dora. Ooh, but now draws into Ishanten, and that's too close. We'll end up putting the 3-pin Ricci Pinfu and 2 Ura. Oh my goodness. That is a huge swing. That will bring Aiden back into 3rd place. Trading places with the player that dealt in. And that means that he even has a chance of getting a second out of this. Only just over 10,000 points to second, but a dealer Mungan certainly make that ground up, and has a gorgeous high pie for creating a Mungan. However, has to contend with Ishanten already from Toyman, who will call the 5-pin for Toy Toy, but outside of that, probably just going to be Haku only to stay over 3,000 and retain second place. Fast high pie on the left for Mason, 2 away from Tepai. And I guess that leaves Nicholas as the slowest hand at the table. Definitely be a struggle to match, especially now that Aiden has called open. And actually, a little bit of a surprise. However, that was a Dora, so the plan is Itsu, Dora 1. Waiting for a 5-so. But it felt like the opportunity for Ricci might have been a little bit stronger here, especially if we can draw towards 2-3-4 Sanchoku. Or no, Chinitsu is not the plan here. So just intentionally cutting the 3 here. I think I like, I was thinking about the 6-pin cut, just because we can draw a backdoor Tumon and play for Sanchoku instead of Itsu. But there's the pull into Tempai, and it's very likely that we're just out of time. Although the 5-mon, 8-pin is being held. There's the swap that we're looking for now for 7-mon. And this 4-mon in dealer's hand bound to come out sooner or later. Ishantan on the left for pay only. And Mason is probably not terribly concerned about the value of Toyman's hand. Unless it's Haku, Toy Toy, Door 2, something like that. 7 will come out and end the game. So, small slash Kobe there to confirm first place. 5,200 points is plus 37.0 for Mason. Another strong result as we've come to expect this season. Yuming with 8.8 second place. Aiden escapes fourth, will take on minus 12.8, and Nicholas minus 33.0. Standings will update, and as we wait for that to happen, take a quick peek at the other games that are going on here. There's a B2 table that I'd be very interested in watching in the future if they continue to play late into the evening. But in the meantime, this table, speeding through the series. That was a very fast first game. I think it was only about 22 minutes long. And they've already started their second one, so let's hop in. All right, this time around it will be Yuming to open us off. In the dealer seat, High Pie is okay. Got a lot of Kanchans and Penchans. But there's a dream of 1-2-3 Sanchoku. There's a dream of door acceptance. On the right, bit of a slow hand, it looks like. Aiming for Ricci. Across the table is callable. Has 2 door as well, so Hakudor 2 would be an excellent start to this game. But on the left, Aiden finds the Ricci first. Ricci, Pinfu, 1-4 pin. And also get Tanya if the 4 pin comes out. Currently, our dealer is going to struggle against this hand with both a 1 pin and 4 pin in hand. Looks like they'll just have to bail. All right. I've joined the commentary channel, which means I might have a friend to help out.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Jeffrey.
There we go.
Hopefully the stream's working for you.
Yes, I can see it. So we're good.
Excellent. Well, we had a very interesting first game where Mason was
Tsumo.
absolutely in charge here, but it's Aiden's turn to come back. Had a nice little Mongon at the end of the game to come back for fourth. Now hits Ura-2 on a Pyufu Tsumo, and that will be a great start for this game. Mongon and Yuming will be eating the Oyakaburie will be Mason's dealership in East 2.
All right, so starting East 2, dealer has a pair of Easts. That's always nice, but we've also got an interesting hand on the left there with 3 Hakus in hand already and a pair of Norths that you can call. And easy half flush hand there. That could be quite a bit of value.
Oh yeah, already opening up as well, straight into Ishanten. Of course, you'd love to just call the pay. But I suppose if you draw something like the 6, so you just have to take your Tempai, right?
I would assume, yeah, if you draw the 6 or the 8.
Home.
Oh, now double East called by dealer, and that will make the singleton in the hand to the left very weak, so I assume that will be coming out upon drawing any improving tile.
Yeah, free discard.
Ooh, second call.
Nope. Yep, call for that. Just gonna take the double East here for dealer.
Yeah, double East always scary. Well, you've got 2 Han guaranteed. Any Dora makes it 5,800 points, and 2,900. That's doable. But 5,800, it really stings to deal into that.
Player on the right is going to go ahead and call the North for the extra value, so it's going to be waiting on the 7 pair. There's one of those left in the wall.
Yeah.
But might be looking for... Would really like to draw like a 1-so here.
I agree. I think 1 so would be the perfect draw. To switch to the more terminal tile, the 8 so here. That actually prevents Mason from finding a chi, and now he has a tough decision to make. Do we go headless, or do we just keep our pair? And he likes his pair.
Chi.
Yeah, that makes sense. It seems like it's a slightly better win way. Everyone's getting into Tempai now, though. Dealer is on 3-6 pin. 3-6 so across the way. Who's going to draw their tile first?
Yeah, it's
Or who's going to draw the wrong tile first? One or the other.
Yeah, a little bit of difficulty for Nicholas here, but he dodges 1 turn. He's still Ishan 10, so could come out upon finding Tempai that 6 pin. Or the 3 pin. Goes with the 2 first.
2 first, yeah.
And now Aiden doesn't really want to drop any of these so tiles. Might just have to drop the 8.
Yeah. Seems pretty standard. A little unfortunate there.
Yeah, you drop the 8, so you're like, it doesn't really deal into Kachan here because the 9 still got pwned. Tonki is really unlikely because I've got 3 of them, so Diamond, that there's a chance, but it's no better than the 5, so you try the 8, it deals with Tonki, you're like, really? Okay.
Yeah, it happens sometimes, but not too bad. Not a terribly expensive hand.
I mean, that was Mongon, so that Mongon from East 1 just shifted places.
It was Mongon, you're right.
But it was nice that, you've already won a Mongon, so you had the points to give up, and now it's still a relatively even game in Nicholas's dealership.
Yeah, you didn't fall behind. That's
exactly.
or too far behind. That's the big thing. Just try not to make another mistake, or I mean, again, it wasn't really a mistake. It was just unlucky. Yeah, it happens to everybody.
Oh.
Anyways, for this hand, we've already had the South call, so
straight into Tempai.
Straight into Tempai there. 2-5 already. Okay. It's gonna come right out.
Yep, no bonus foo here. I imagine that we would have seen the con if there was the opportunity. Just
a quick 1,000 points there. Moving into their dealership now. That's going to be, let's see, that's Aiden. And not a terrible dealer hand. Needs a little bit of work, but not terrible. And the other is just quickly scanning the other hands. No one's got 2. Yeah, they're all about the same. Kind of depends on what you draw here.
Agreed.
Possible Itsu on the right would be pretty spicy.
Yeah, I actually can't tell if it's the Manzu on the right or the Pinzu on the left that looks closer to Itsu.
Let's see, though. Hand on the right is missing the 5 and the 9, so the other one's missing 1, 3, 6 for the Itsu.
Oh, pair of Dora though
Pair
for
pair of the Dora.
Nicholas. So that's exciting. Any Ricci is going to be good now.
Yeah, now you really would want the 6 so to, and then you just drop the redundant 8 and you'll be good to go.
Ishanten.
Another pair for the dealer.
Yeah, have 4 pairs. You could play the 8-9 so and say, I'll hedge Chitoy. But instead he chooses to drop the 3 so and lock in a diamond shape in the lower side and still play for the 7 so acceptance, which is fair enough. Ends up cutting the penchant anyway as the 3-pin becomes an Anko.
Yeah, decided to take the flexibility and the Pinzu shape and go ahead and bail out of the Pinchon.
Now, this is a kind of interesting spot because Aiden's not too far from moving fully into Pinzu Chinitsu. Oh, and the 1-pin is a bit of a juicy call for that, but he lets it go. So just going to play for the Ricci. One of the benefits I think of Chinitsu shift here is that the 9-pin for your 7-8 shape is kind of running out. So it gives you the ability to call the last 9-pin if it comes out on your left.
Right.
And also a dealer Mongon is 12,000 points.
Always feels good to get the dealer Mongun.
Ooh,
Makes you feel like you're doing interesting across the way there.
a super wide Ishanten across for Mason.
Yeah, no, technically no pair.
I could just call this for Tempai. It's cheap, but it does the trick.
リーチ
Yeah, with a score line this close though, 1,000 points can make a big difference. So, ooh, 6.
Oh, Aiden's going for it all. But that means he's got to drop the 3 so.
Does mean 3 so has to come out to complete that hand.
Oh, but the 5 comes first, and the cheap hand's going to win out. And that'll keep things relatively balanced here, moving into the south rounds. Man, these players have been going fast. At this pace, they might set a record for the fastest Hanchan, not just Hanchan, but series of 4 games. The fastest session.
They are going through it. It's already South 1. Dealer hand, a little awkward with 2 Pinchons to be filled, but overall fairly not if you draw the right tiles you would get there quick, but the tiles aren't necessarily easy to get.
Right. I almost prefer having hands that are farther away in Shanten, but have more flexibility.
Right. That's why you hold on. Yeah, you hold on to like the 6 dot, and then I assume if you get another connector top for that, you just toss one of the Pinchons for sure.
Absolutely.
In fact, it might even consider it here. Yeah.
We're on the same wavelength, as is the dealer.
Gonna go ahead and with the 9-8 first because of course the 2 so is Dora, so we'll start with the non-Dora shape first.
Yeah, and this is just Ishanten now, so we could just see a Ricci on the 3, so even though it's not the greatest way. Oh, speaking of Ricci.
Let's see, that's 4 or so only. So yeah, not a great. Ooh, there it is. Is it gonna come out? No.
Yeah, 1-so certainly a stronger play than the 4-so, but the jamming the 1-so means that dealer's planning to fight this. 4-pin Nakasuji seems okay. You can get the
Right. Yeah.
Ipeko. Of course, 7-pin is safer, but come on, what are the odds that they're Nakasuji trapping you?
Ooh, Khan.
Oh
Interesting.
my. Oh, I didn't even notice Aiden found Tempai for 2-3-4 Sanchoku with a Dora. Oh, but draws the 4-so and he's got to fight this one.
No.
Fortunately, Ricci Nomi and the Khan doesn't give any Uda. So...
a lot of cheap hands this game.
Yeah, and that's what's been speeding us along. Straight into South 2.
Right into South 2.
Oh, that's
starting.
Ishan.
Yeah, Ishanten with the draw.
What a huge Kanchan fill. We could see a turn 2 Ricci.
Nope. Alright, let's see how these other hands are doing. Actually, everyone started out in a pretty good spot here.
Yeah, not everyone quite as good as the dealers, but
Not quite as good as the dealer, but you draw any of these hands, you're like, ooh, I have a chance here, I think.
right. Ooh,
E3. Yeah, it drops the redundant 2, makes sense.
no
We'll just
Dora.
rely on the east for our pair there.
Yeah, makes sense. It's not a value east. In fact, there are a lot of worlds where the east just comes out anyway because let's say Aiden draws the 5 so or
Ooh,
the 8 so across the way.
what do you drop here?
Uh, I
Gonna
think
go for the 3-2.
yeah, this is hoping it's greeting the Ipeco and hoping for the really wide weight in the
Mm. I
Sultai.
might have dropped I might have done the 3-so instead, but
I think 3 so might be classically more efficient, but consider that the 1 mon has come out 3 times already.
yeah, I definitely don't hate the 3-2 drop. That's it makes a lot of sense, but
Hmm.
alternatively the 3-so would probably have been a good choice as well.
Yeah, and we saw a small pause here. Mason has been playing very confidently um, throughout this game, so it was enough. It was enough of a uh, close call that he paused ever so slightly and went with the 3 mon 2 mon.
It looks like everyone's basically 1 or 2 away now.
Yeah, as
So who's
anticipated, Aiden did draw the 5 so and cut the east aiming for Pinfu as well.
hmm
2 door have been drawn now, one on the right, one on the left, but dealer
リーチ
goes Slavorici 2 so 3
dealer
so 5 so.
is going to get to Tenpai first. A really fun weight, non-standard weight. Those are always good.
Yeah, and it doesn't even look like a bad weight either.
Ooh, there's one of the 2s.
ドン
Yep. Gonna come out. See if we get any Ura. No Ura. No Ura today. So just the 2900. And you get your Ricci stick back, of course.
Yeah.
But
And
a dealer repeat.
Udo would have been really nice to give some separation, but maybe it's more exciting this way, as still first place in sight for everyone at the table.
Not particularly excited by any of these hands.
Yeah, there's some average high pie. The right's okay, count the left's okay, across the table's okay. They're all okay. They're all just okay. And
They're
Itsu.
okay. Well, yeah, Itsu chance now for the dealer. That could be interesting.
The problem is you need 6 pin and 7 pin. The Dora and a tile next to Dora.
Ooh, yeah, didn't notice that. That gets to be a little rough. That gets to be I'm gonna have to draw those 2. Although I'd be tempted if somebody dropped the 7 to call the 7 and just go for it. Well, there's the 6. So
Yeah, that's a great
yeah,
start.
imagine you go ahead and drop. Gonna start with the 2, huh?
Interesting. Willing to give up some efficiency here. However, I'm guessing that there's 2 things also encouraging Mason to make this play. One is that he's got the lead. It's a 2. It's a very small lead, but he's got the lead, so having a set
Right.
toss dice. But also,
リー
in
チ
the south round, the east should be leaving everyone's hand. If it hasn't come out by now, there's only 1 out on the left. Then it's probably in the walls. So because he's looking for a pair anyway,
チ
having the east is not a bad.
Right, you could there's, options. It's just I was surprised the Forso didn't come out before then, but it makes sense
Mm-hmm.
in the it's not a terrible decision. Ooh, another good tile here. That's going to be not quite Ishanten.
Yeah, of course
Going to
we
go with
had the
yeah.
Aiden Ricci on 2 pin 6 mon.
Yeah,
Ricci
2
Dora
pen
1.
6 mon. That'll put them back, assuming no Ura, that'll put them back close to starting value.
Depending on how the hands won, would even be could even take first.
スモ
Oh, there's
Oh, there's a sumo. Yeah, that'll do it. Ricci sumo Dora.
Ooh,
And there's our first Dora. And that'll definitely put them in first.
Yeah, it's still 3 players above, which is very notable in moving into South 3. We'll see if that stays this way. Nicholas has a tough battle here, but has the correct seat to fight back. And the high pie is not terrible. It's not terrible, which means we have a chance.
Yeah, we got a chance. We're looking for some good draws, and it so far has been it's been cooperating. Get rid of these solo honors and reevaluate from there. And then if you're Aiden on the right, you're going, okay, I'm in first. Let's be cautious here. Let's not do anything too crazy. Then it'll be South 4, and I'll be in the driver's seat.
Yeah, it's nice to have the ability in South 4 to just say, I'm gonna fold, I'm gonna be not no 10, and the game will end, and I'm still first. So hopefully Aiden will be able to maintain that lead. On the left, that hand looks really close to Tempai. In fact, it is Ishantep.
Yeah, has a really interesting Manzu shape there.
555, 67799. So it's got like Ipeko draws with a 6 mon, but also
Right.
Shabo 7-9 and Kanchan with the 8. So it's Tempai now. He can pick his weight.
Which one do you want?
Okay, and Totsu 589.
589 makes sense. Kind of try mostly relying on the 8 or getting another Dora, of course, because the Dora is the 9 mon. So wants to leave the chance open to get another Dora.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity to take back first place. So far,
And I
everyone.
believe looks like there is one more 9 still in the wall somewhere.
Yeah, 1918. Oh, well, forget that 8.
Yeah,
So
there's the 8.
19.
Yeah, 19. That's the only one left in the wall of the weight. Because the
Wow.
dealer has the 5.
Now, dealer is Ishanten.
1
Oh, but we're gonna see a chase from Yueming on the Dora Tonki. So
On the
both players
Dora.
waiting for the final 9. Oh my goodness, who does the wall favor? And is it just buried away in the dead wall? Will one of the non-Reachy players draw it?
The 9 is Suji to the Richi tile too. That's a little tricky.
Aiden has safe entry. And he wins!
4
Ooh, nice.
Doesn't slam the reach. He tries to preserve his lead. Misses out on Ipatsu, but does confirm that big lead into all last. And importantly, with those Ricci sticks, the other 2 players dipped below 30,000. So it went from 3 players above to 3 players below in one round.
Yeah, well, the problem is if you win, the game doesn't end because you're dealer. So you have to find some way to not have everyone in Tempai, which is kind of awkward. But
I guess the ideal outcome for Aiden is for Nicholas to roan one of the other 2 players for 1 gut or less.
right, or just win a big hand, like win a big sumo first,
Yeah.
and then play out the next hand.
Well, might have
Boom.
thoughts of just opening up here. Yeah, with the East Atosuke.
Yeah, decides I'm just gonna go for a win here, try to extend my lead a little bit, and then see what the next hand brings.
Yeah, I mean,
Has
Aiden could use some points, so
yeah has a lot of good shapes. I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
see Mason
And
across
we're
the table has the West pair, Mochi Mochi with the dealer.
Chi
Yeah, very tempting to call this Chi and plan to call the West later, but that's just not going to happen.
yeah, a little unfortunate, but sometimes you
Boom.
gotta play aggressive, especially when you're just looking for 1,000 points to get back over 30,000. You're like, all I need is the West. Let me just get to Tempai and wait on the West.
1
Speaking about getting to Tempai, Nicholas slams a Ricci, waiting 5-8 pin, Ricci Dora 1. And the 8 pin is not very live, but the 5 pin also held. 1 left in the wall for both weights.
Yep, 2 tiles.
And Aiden says, Kamita Ricci, 4th place Ricci, perfect. Fold.
Right.
This is exactly what he was looking for. As long as it's not a Tsumo, it's even better.
Yep, drop the east pair, makes sense.
Tough call on the
Oof.
right here. Do we fight against
Five.
4th place to try to get over 30k? We'll play a little bit safely here. 8 so
Yeah,
first.
safely, but not a full fold yet.
Exactly. Even Aiden here might play Naka CG5 or just... Yeah, okay. He could find his way back to Tempai.
Red is surprisingly not shown yet, so probably not going to drop that. Yep, not yet.
Oh, but willing to jam the 2-pin near Dora. That's pretty gutsy.
Yeah, the two's a little weird. There's
Chang'an?
the 8.
Surely not.
Drop the red.
He's just testing the red and does choose to fight.
does. Well, I mean, he didn't have a lot of other good tiles to drop, other than maybe the west. But again, you haven't seen any of the west, so it's like, do I shove the red that's not shown or the west that's not shown?
It tries the red, but gives up on the white dragon. Says, you know what? One Yakuhai good. Second
Yeah.
Yakuhai not good. Oh,
Well,
and it's safe.
now it knows the white safe and is.
It's like, can someone
Well,
please give me the
alright.
7-mon back in Tempai? It's already gone.
Last couple of draws here. There's an east. There's an easy white drop. And yep, just gonna be
Ryukoku.
Koku.
Totally fine outcome for Aiden. Loses 1,000 points, but gains 5 from being the only player above 30,000. So plus 31.3 for him. Mason will take the second place minus 1.9. Still, it's so impressive to me that Mason has managed to keep a perfect Rentai season through over halfway through the season. Yuming will take the third minus 7.4, and it will be Nicholas in fourth with a minus 22. Take a quick peek at our standings. And indeed, Mason Yuming still up there at the top. Looks like they took a bit of break for this one, which means we can maybe hop to another table. Let's see what's going live right now. There's an A1 match going on between Simon, Leon, Dustin, and Peter. There's a B2 table, Ricky, Alon, Kate, and John. And we're going to see plenty of A1 tomorrow night. I think there's going to be a full evening of A1, just 3 tables, including the top 3 of A1 currently, all at the same table. So definitely won't want to miss that one.
Well, that'll definitely be an exciting one to watch.
That being said, I guess we could maybe switch to the A2 matchup. Sorry, the B2 matchup.
B2? Yeah, that sounds good.
Any chance you have the players who are going to be in this one?
Let's see. Ricky, Alon S, Kate D, and John E.
Thanks. I'll go ahead and throw those in so we can check the stats when we hop in.
There we go, yep.
Okay, we're joining in East 4.
For halfway through, what's the score looking like? Ooh, we have... That's going to be Kate in the lead there. And Ricky's a little bit behind. But it is the one with the Ricci is waiting on... What is that? Oh, Chitoy, 3-mon Chitoy.
Oh wait, that's currently not live in the wall.
Yeah, it looks like that's not going to be happening, because I doubt that 3's going to come out of Kate's hand. But still, might encourage somebody to fold.
Yeah, it looks like the players have been dancing around this Ricci. No one wants to lose their placement to 4th.
Yep, it looks like, yep, and one draw left for everybody. They're just going to be dropping a safe tile here, because it doesn't look like anyone else is in Tempai. So we'll just drop some Just drop some safe tiles and 4. Yep.
All right, 2K. Start. You leave the reach stick in the middle. There'll be Homba. And you're going to have the dealership. So, opportunity for Ricky here in South 1.
South 1 and dealership hand has a couple options here. Could just go for quick points. You could dream for Honitsu here if you draw the right tiles.
Yeah, if that was the Dora suit Honitsu, I would definitely even more strongly consider cutting something like 1 pin. But for now, we'll try to draw around this Dora.
Looks like we're just going to play standard.
Yeah. Ooh, nice 8-pin fill.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good draw there.
On the right, Alon might have dreams of 789 Sanchoku, but those shapes are really struggling.
Yeah, kind of rough. Might even consider hanging on to that 4 and looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just too hard to make 789 here. Kate across the table. Looks like a pair heavy hand, so usually those are pretty slow going. On the left, though, this looks pretty fantastic for John.
Yeah, I think that's Ishan 10 with no pair.
You're right.
Looks, yeah.
Oh, well, that's a pair candidate at least.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we can get rid of the 2 for now and see what we draw here. Makes sense.
How about a second Dora?
We'll find a way to make that work.
Yeah, in fact, might even plan to use that as the pair. If we draw the 7 mon right now, we can reach E, discarding the 1 pin for a 3/6 so wait.
Right.
Which
or you could drop
a very good way.
Or you could drop the 3 so and wait on the 1/4.
Right. Although now the second 1 pin has just come out, so that plan might be changing.
Yeah, that now that you see both ones, you'd be waiting on the 4 only. Be an interesting decision to see.
Yeah, in the meantime, Ricky did call the Haku into Ishantan, still hedging this Dora, but one more drawn to by, and it might just be coming out.
Yeah, Kate's still struggling to figure out what this hand is supposed to be.
Yeah, it does look more like a standard hand at this point, but it's taken till the middle of the second row to get there, so.
Yeah, well, it's one of those. It's looking like it's Chitoy, but that it never, in my opinion, it's never good if your hand is a Chitoy, unless you like start with like 6 pairs or something. It's like, don't really want to go for Chitoy here, but I'm not drawing the tiles I need to turn this into something else at the moment.
Yeah, and Ricky gave up on the Kanchan, did end up drawing the 3-mon, so his new plan is going to be to draw towards this Dora. And hey, that's a draw towards Dora, so Tenpai.
Yep, there we go. Makes sense.
Hakudora 1 is worth 2,900 plus 300 in Homba and a Ricci stick. Alon
Yep, and
also.
that's going to be Alon. Just going to call for South. Ooh, there's the 7, but imagine, yeah, okay.
Okay, John's going to lock in the 1 pin as the pair. Could have also discarded the 1.
Don't.
Oh! 7 so comes out, and Ricky will take the majority of the points, but Double Nandora will be 3,900. When I say majority of the points, I mean the Ricci stick and the Homba in the middle.
Right.
Along the beneficiary of being in the double south seat, and starts with an Ankovet again. This could be a big hand for Alon. 2 Dora, double wind is unmon already.
Drew a good tile there. Dealer might be a little worried. Probably looking at this hand going, this is a good, I can maybe win another one here, but. Ooh, yep. Do you drop the. Okay. Yep. Start with the East.
This is, a worrying call for those at the table. Why are you calling a 1-2-3 mon? Now it looks like Sanchoku, but it's actually just waiting 2-5 so.
Yep, 2-5.
And most of the value is hidden here. Let's see if someone falls for this. The 5 so oncoed up in Ricky's hands. That's probably not coming out.
I guess
Kate,
it'd be interesting if he drew in another Tsumo, because then he'd have Chanta on top of it all too.
yeah, so if he draws 1 so and then swaps the weight for Chanta, I guess that wouldn't be the play because you've already got Mongon, so adding 1 extra Han here isn't worth the
Oh
sacrifice.
yeah, that's right. Chanta's only 1 if it's open. That's right. Yeah.
Now, if Alunjan have to open for this, it would be a tough choice, I think. With the scoreline, though, I suspect he would still just take the more likely Mongon.
Yeah, because we're tied for first. So yeah, that seems like you're right. That seems like a little bit too big of a dream there.
John, greeting this Dora acceptance hard, so it doesn't feel like the Tuso is going to be leaving his hand, which means we're just really looking for the last Tuso in the wall, and there's a Ricci, and somehow is Alon's hand not going to get there? 1 pin!
There's a 1 pin, yep.
Ikatsu. And you can get early Mongon Tenpai, but if the child never comes out, can't do anything about it, and Kate will take back some of those points into first place, 35-3.
All right, South 2. Dealer hand could be 5, 6, 7. Sanshoku. That would even include a Dora in it, so that's extra nice.
Love.
Other hands, all of them are pretty good. Not terrible.
Yeah,
Just gonna go ahead and call white.
Toyman looks very fast with their tile acceptance. Ishantan now, but we really want to get 3 for 5 Sanchoku for a little bit extra value. With no Dora, with no Tanya, the Sanchoku would be a great way to improve this hand, but you do have to draw some very specific tiles.
Oof, there's the 7.
Oh.
It's now waiting for the 6 mon for the Sanshoku and white.
And Dora, so 5800.
And Dora 1. Yep.
That will be retained.
Yep, that'll be kept, I'm sure. Probably drop the 1 pin. 6 pin. Oof. Nope, it's gonna go for it.
Yeah, Alon says, you know what, 5800 is way better than 29, even with a worse weight.
And we got, okay, that's progress for the right, for Kate. What are they? That's now Ishantan there.
Yeah, I wonder what I would do in this situation. Would I take the 29, the dealer repeat? Or go for the value?
Each.
I think 29 isn't, let's see, 29 would put you, I think that puts you not quite in first. So, might be thinking, there it is.
Rewarded.
Sanchoku, Haku, Dora for 58, and is now definitely in first.
And this hype is pretty strong.
Yeah, might be thinking more. I would be thinking more.
I'm just envisioning another 6 mon draw, followed by a 7 mon draw, slamming a Ricci and drawing the 8 so on Ipatsu for it all. Maybe that's dreaming a little too much, but hey, it could happen.
Any or all of that is good.
Straight into Ishanten. Okay. Good ski.
Yeah, we'll keep the 5. Yeah.
Got to draw around this 8 mon or this 3 pen. I'm not sure we'll have time to look at these other hands before we get a Tenpai. Oh, even stronger shapes now. Or we could greed. Yeah, 3 pin greed.
Yep, makes sense. Yep.
Hey, the dream's happening. We're just a 7 mon draw away from me actually believing. Oh my goodness.
Each.
Well, it's gotta win now. It's gotta win. So choose 6 mon on the wall. That's all we really care about. Forget the 9 mon. Ichi Pinfu, potential Dora, and Sanshoku.
Doesn't get the Ipatsu.
I guess you can't have it all. But we got pretty close. still, the last time Alon had a Mungon Tenpai, it got shut down by somebody else. So we'll see if anyone's close enough to fighting here. I mean, Kate on the right is also Ishanten.
Yeah, people are just dropping outside right now, but we'll see what happens when people run out of outside tiles and have to push something.
Yeah, like Ricky here doesn't like the Richi Suji, but he says, I got nothing better, so Eitso? It passes. Yeah, and still nothing, so
Yeah.
Tuso? And it passes.
Tuso? Huh?
Alright, wasn't a Richi Suji trap. That's good to know. By the way, Ranjan has been drawing extremely well. Has filled all of those Mon shapes that were so awkward before, sitting Ishanten now. I think he's gonna shove here.
Ooh, yeah.
Don't.
As I say, probably drops the 9 there. Yeah. We are gonna take it. We're gonna be a little upset about it, but we're gonna go ahead and take it.
Yeah,
Take
the
the
Udon
58.
makes us feel a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the game ends, we're gonna check the log and see if we would have summoned. Oh wow, another great high pie.
Wow,
Fails the
yeah.
penchant immediately.
Boom.
John might be dreaming. Across the table.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely half flush at least.
At least, sure.
Yeah.
West and a pay come out immediately. Feeling a little sad about that.
Don't think don't think we need them though. I think we're alright.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Who needs sushi anyway? Oh, it doesn't matter when Along gets Tempa here. This Ricci, I don't think is even bad, but he's gonna wait for something even better.
Yeah. Might even be second guessing.
Oh.
Ooh, I'm gonna switch to the 3. Okay. Theoretically, the same number of tiles win.
I think I prefer keeping
Yeet.
Shabo, but okay. Both of these.
Besides, I've waited around long enough. We're gonna go ahead and Reachy.
Yeah, the 2 pin comes out immediately. Of course, it's safe. It's safe this time around.
Yeah, we've already dropped a 2, so yeah.
There's also Suji. I don't know.
Ooh, a 9. So are we gonna back away from our half flush?
Yeah, that was the draw I was really looking for. Was that 5 so for a ping throw upgrade? But in the meantime, the 3 pin is totally live in the wall. If Lon's got a wall read on this, then it's very good.
2 is safe, so that probably comes back out. No, decides to check the 9.
And 9 so Surgawa also relatively safe.
Yeah, relatively safe. You have the 8 and 8 so drop early, so you're thinking the odds of him winning on the 9. Now we got another useful Monzu tile, so we'll drop the 2. We know that's safe.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna drop the 9 so and hold the 2, I think you should feel comfortable dropping the 6 so and then the 7 so for 22.
Depends on if you draw the so and just try to go into Tenpai.
Right.
What would you have to? You'd have to drop
Yeah, one of these 4s or 7s, neither of them look
the
good.
7. Well, you know the 7 is free
Boom.
now. You just dropped the 7. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, in this
Decides
case,
that. Yeah.
Formon becomes Nakasuji, so
Boom.
and oh, the 8 comes out. Okay, Genbutsu Wait ends up sniping the win here, and it hits the player closest. So John doesn't take over third place quite yet, but it's really, really close now.
Yeah. We'll continue the game into South 3. And dealer hand pretty good. And other hands, we've got three green dragons for Ricky, so but with it being South 3, I might want more than just 1,000 points here, so a little awkward.
Yeah, I guess we can keep an eye on some potential calls for Ricky, see if he passes anything in the hopes of reading extra value. Or Is he worried about, worried
Hmm.
enough about this gap over John that he just takes whatever he can get as quickly as possible? Because, I mean, a worse outcome than winning 1,000 points is John winning any hand.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably be looking for to try to reachy this hand, or
Hmm.
hoping I can reachy this hand and try to get the value that way.
Interesting
But
decision for a lawn, while you're talking about value. There's a potential Itsu here, but it's not so efficient. In fact, he'll just go back a Shanten with the 2-pin cut.
yeah, that's not horrible.
Do you think this is a Honitsu greed?
ポン
I don't know if it's Honitsu or if it's Itsu or a little bit of both, maybe. Because you could have.
Yeah, probably a little bit of both if I had. Like, if you're full greeting Itsu, you might cut the 4 or 5 and just say, I've got a pair of the 2 pins. But
Right.
keeping the 4 or 5 gives you a chance to go back towards a normal hand if you pair up the
1
1 2 so.
Yeah, but Ricky did draw the tiles he needed to get into Tempai, and is gonna be waiting on 4-7 for Ricci Green Dragon.
A bit of a tough weight, the central odd yamen, when you've got 4 4 5 6, you've got 2 of them in your hand already. And
Yep,
then the
the
7.
fours are dead, and the only 7 visible though is the door indicator. So
Of course, I think you're supposed to take this Ricci, but I often wonder, like, am I supposed to wait for some sneaky upgrade like a 6 Mandra or a weird honor Tonki?
I think in his position, I think you pretty much would always Ricci. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I would too. I just, every time
Yeah.
I hit the button, I think, well, but what if? What if?
What if I waited a turn or two?
Yeah, what if I was just like really sneaky and I did something unnatural?
With my luck, I always have to turn that part of my brain off and go, no, if I waited around for 5 turns, then I just gave people free drops, and I need to put the pressure on now.
Yeah, that's one of the sort of hidden parts of reaching immediately that I often ignore, and that's the amount of pressure it puts on other people. Goodness knows, I feel the pressure myself when other people reach you. So why can't I do that to other people, right?
Tsumo
Oh, does get the sumo. So that's gonna be even more points. Do we get an Ura? No. But we'll take the 5,000 points.
Yeah, +1 towards just Ricci.
Mm-hmm. Sitting
Yeah.
a little more comfortably. We only need, let's see, we need 5,200 to get above 30k though.
Hey, 5,200. That's a number that's a mahjong number. 3 and
Mm-hmm.
40, 4 and 20.
Does not have a very good deal though. So
Yeah, that's a hope I draw 3 tunes and get 8,000. High pie if I
yeah,
ever saw one.
yeah.
ポン
Speaking of the tunes, though, John is looking like he's going to make a comeback of his own. The 12,000 points would put him at 30,000 as well. So whoever's got the tune, be wary about dropping that.
Well, yeah. That's gonna be Alon has one, but I think he too is gonna hang on to that because he's looking for Toy Toy or
It's like an Uber hedge here. It
yeah,
could be.
yeah. It could be a lot of different. It could be Toy Toy. It could be Honitsu. It could be a lot of things. Really wants to draw another honor tile of some sort.
It looks like he is sort of playing this towards Toy Toy, although he keeps the 5 mon, having already discarded a 4 mon. Perhaps
Mm,
recognizing that you
drops
can
the
still drop back.
Yeah, drops the north instead of the east, which has already been cut. Well, no, wait, there's a north. I missed the north, so yeah, decided to cut one of the one cut honors. Although the dealer here is starting to get interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if John is starting to expect that he's not going to see the Chun. Because the right player looks like they're doing so Honitsu now. Not guaranteed
Hmm.
just yet, but all these pin cuts fall by 6, then 3. If we start seeing honors come out, then I'm definitely feeling, yeah, like, why do you have an East in your hand unless you're doing Honitsu?
Yeah, I mean, I'm dealer, so if I win, I get a repeat anyway. At this point, I'm just
Boom.
willing to take whatever points I can get. Don't need to get it all at once.
Yeah, so I think John is probably expecting that the Chun is not coming out, and he's going to have to use it as a pair.
Boom.
We'll see how he chooses to play with that in mind.
Well, he's got plenty of pairs in hand, so he's depends on what you draw here.
And by the way, I was looking at the Honitsu on the left. Same
Gee.
Honitsu, sorry, on the right, rather, but same Honitsu
Oh.
on the left as well.
Almost a Chinitsu on the left.
It looks like it's going to be Chinitsu at this point.
Yeah. There it is. I don't think that's.
Yeah, you're right. It's
No,
Ishan.
not quite. Yeah,
Ooh.
not quite ready, but
Well, this Chun is the only tile that doesn't fit into this hand, but you don't really want to drop it against the Toy Toy. Oh, but it comes
Boom.
out! And it's
does
John who pulls the surprise here. And he had been playing to use it as the pair, cutting the 1-mon, 4-mon, and now it's only Ishan, but now pulling to the
No, no.
Tenpai.
Yep, 3-6. But no one's dropping So tiles.
That's true.
Everyone's grading the So tiles, so it's gonna have a hard time getting it.
Yeah, all the 6s are held. 1 3-so left in the wall.
And Alon here is, yeah, looking like trying to go for Toy Toy, but is now maybe in a little bit of trouble here.
I mean, the Haku is dangerous at Shompai. 9-so. Dangerous. The 6-pin, actually dangerous.
Yeah, I'm
Believe it or not.
surprised. I'm surprised he dropped the green there. That would have been scary. Okay, now the 9 is safe. The 5 I think is 5 is pretty safe.
Oh, you got
Come.
John.
Gone.
Dodges the deal in, and that means John is drawing dead. So only 4-7 so left. And I think they're one in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Kate folded out of her hand.
Yeah. Yeah, there's actually one of each tile in the wall. So Ricky's got a shot. Is he scared of the 6? Doesn't look good.
Mon
One
has
of the-
not come out yet, but I mean, you're not going to drop a So tile here. Nah. I think you have to drop the 6, which he did. 5 does not deal in because there's no Yaku.
Yes, a 3 players Tenpai. Oh, what a scary hand that ended up becoming.
Very, very, very scary for a lot of players there, and we just ended up trading a couple Riichi sticks around, and now we're gonna play another hand.
Yeah, John maintains the dealership. Notably, Kate is down to 30,300, but that still is in second place and in the positives. It does make Ricky's job easier. If he gets over 30K, he's probably getting second place as well.
Right.
Now, Ricky's got an interesting hand on the right. It's one that's callable should he aim for a fast hand, but it's also just Ishantan for a Riichi. So we'll see once the first Hatsu comes out if he chooses to open for this or not.
Boom.
And I think personally, I believe these shapes are strong enough that I'm willing to pass the first Hatsu and even cut the pair if I draw towards Pifu.
Yeah, because I think the Hatsu isn't gonna be, unless you're just gonna settle for, because that Hatsu only I don't think is
Boom.
enough points. Is not enough points unless you want to settle.
Yeah, it is
So-
not.
Yeah, I don't
Boom.
believe you'd be calling there.
Well, now you have to consider that John has called 3 times, so he's probably Tenpai. Maybe you want to call the Hatsu and try to shut it down before John can pull ahead of you.
Right. I mean, technically he is, but there's no Yaku. We got to pair up either the 1 or the 2 here.
And it's looking like the 2 now, as the 1-mon
Right.
just got cut twice. Interesting draw there for so. That means he can go Hatsu later and get Tanyao Pifu.
Yeah, drop the 1-mon here. Yep. Ooh, drew the 3. Hatsu. Yep. Gonna drop the Hatsu. Got
Right.
Tanyao value coming in.
John searching for a pair. Ricky, Ishantan. Kate as well. 2 away. Alon. 2 away.
Boom.
Checks the 2. We're going to call the 2. That is not quite ready yet.
Oh,
1
But that is, and we're going to go ahead and reach you that for more value. That's Tanyao, Ricci,
and Pinfu, of course.
and Pinfu, yep.
So 3 Han. 30 is 39 plus 1 plus 42. But he won 1,000 points in the previous hand, so that will be enough to get exactly 30,000. If he Tsumos, he will get second place. Oh!
Oh, there it
Tsumo.
is.
Hits!
Yep, that was a perfect draw there.
Even finds the Uda for Hanuman, making
That's-
a definitive statement. I am in second place. Big win for Ricky.
Yeah, it was really close to even getting first there, but not quite.
In the end, never had to make that decision about calling the Hatsu, and ended up being quite a good thing, as he ends up with a plus 13.1 instead of what would have been something like a minus 10. That's a big swing. Alondo takes the first place, plus 25.9. And let's see, has this game been updated yet? There it is. And we'll go into the positives as a result. Kate drops down a little bit with a very minor 7.8, and John takes the minus 31.2. Some fantastic hands in that all last scenario. Now, I'm guessing that this table is only playing 2, because I haven't seen them.
Yeah, I don't see another one for them, but there's an A2 game that started. That
Okay,
could be
let's
interesting.
hop on over. Some players that regular viewers will definitely recognize, some longtime members of the league, some exciting players that I certainly enjoy watching. And it looks like they've started a little while ago, so we'll be hopping in mid-game. It looks like we are on Claire's dealership. So this is a star-studded table. We've got Thursday is Claire, Richinomic President, MJ Jen on the right, of course Jen Bar, JPML Pro. Rachel across the table. Well, that's Rachel, a very well-known player from PML on the West Coast. And
Tsumo.
kind of scary to play Rachel when she's going off. As we see Tsumo come in, Mangan for Jen. That was a Dama.
Ooh.
Mangan with 3 Dora. Just tucked away in hand. That will put her into first. Of course, our
Put her
fourth
into
player
first.
is Zelkin, aka Steve. Another one of those players that you just really don't want to have on your table, particularly sitting to your left.
ポン
If Steve sees you're doing something, he's not going to give you any tiles that help. Can't pull a fast one.
That's definitely one way. That's a one way to play for sure.
Has been very successful, of course, of his very long Mahjong career.
Yep. And when it did go ahead and call the East, and is just going to look for the quick continue along here because had some good shapes in hand. And is just ready to end this hand almost as fast as it started.
He's shunted already, with potential Chanta as well, if you could find the 9 Mon instead of the 6 Mon.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is very true. That could be spicy.
Spicy is the word, I think, for not only Steve's hand, but Rachel might have a Chitoy potential on the right. It looks like she's even thinking about this with the 6-0 cut. Oh, but the 5 filling in a sequence means that we might just be moving towards a regular Ricci.
Yeah. Also, Claire has a couple options here depending on what we draw. Ooh, draws the 7. Are we going to drop the 9? The 9-7?
Itsu's kind of tempting here. Looks like the Pinzu isn't so bad.
Or do we drop the 1-2? No, we're gonna drop the 4. Okay.
Oh, this is so sneaky.
Yeah.
Chunchan, Sanchoku, everything.
Yep, everything. Gonna go for everything.
You might as well, if you're gonna play the game, just go for it all.
Just go for everything. It works out sometimes.
And when it hits for a lot. Yeah, so really, Claire's gonna be looking for 1 pin and then 9 so here. And the 8 mon is just guaranteed to be
Looks like we're back to
Junchan block.
cheat toy for Rachel.
Yeah, we never lose Chitoy. Oh, 5 pin. Tragedy. That's okay. We don't need that towel. Not for Junchan.
Who is that? Ooh, that's 7 only. 10 ply for 7, Mon.
I
We
think
gonna
Jen
reach.
Okay.
We are gonna reach. All right.
As dealer applying the pressure. Now, you could say there are a lot of improvements to this hand, and you can even call the Hatsu if you don't like your weight. But we'll just take the reach, apply the pressure. I mean, it's going to be tough for Steve to defend against this. With 3 of the 5 mon out, having already completed his upper mon block.
Yep, there it is.
Rachel's well. And the second looks really safe. But in fact, that was Jen's weight. So Richie Nomi as dealers 2,000 points. Gets the reach stick back and will extend the lead. So far as Jen and Rachel in the lead. And East 4, repeat 1 for
Pete 1.
what
Ooh,
looks to
Claire
be.
started off with an interesting high pie here. With both North and Green pairs in hand and an Anko of 4 pins.
Yeah, Steve, pair of non, his favorite tile, and Chun pair. On the right, there's 2 Anko already for Rachel. So
Ooh.
these
Ooh.
hands.
This could get spicy real quick.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. See how crazy this could get. Double tone now for Jen.
Or everyone's drawing pairs and Ankos. That's
It's a bit of a sign, huh?
Those are always fun. Could be a big swing in any direction here. Ooh, do we keep the 5? Yep, drop the 9. Yep.
Ooh, big fill.
7, 8, 9.
Confirms the door shape.
Ooh, and fills that. So we'll drop one of the pairs here.
Interestingly choosing the 1 pin. I was thinking if we wait on a Shabo, I might prefer 1 pin east. But actually we want to win on the east anyway, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we're dropping the 1 pin because we want to be able to call the east if we can.
Alright, calls
Which
straight
we
into
did.
Tempai.
6-3.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
So there's a world where Claire draws 2 pin into Toy Toy Tempai, and that would be problematic.
Yeah, probably would discard the 6 and deal in there. How many 6s are left? Let's see. I think there's only 2 showing. So best case scenario, you draw the 6 and don't deal in here. No.
Finds Tempai, and that will be 5,800 points plus Homba. And, well, Jen's been on a roll. It seems as soon as we joined the game.
Won 3 hands in a row. This hand also not terrible. Got some options here. Then looking around the table. Looks like most of these are pretty standard play hands here.
Yeah, maybe, the Honitsu on the right. Outside of that...
Maybe a Honitsu, but...
if you just keep drawing Pinzu and honors, you can at least consider it. Steve has Tanya routes with Adora.
Yeah.
Not quite in the south round, so that pair of non in Claire's hand probably will remain that way.
Yeah, we can keep it as a pair for now. We also have another pair, so if we need to drop it later, they're safe to drop because one's already showing.
Yeah, as you were talking, I was keeping a close eye on Steve's hand. I was really curious to see if he would take the Ishan 10 or play for Tanya. And he did cut the 9 so and go back with Shan 10, so playing the greedy way.
Four, yep. Seems to be pretty standard so far. Ooh, the 7. Yep. Not
Mm.
quite ready yet.
But big advantage for Steve. He's got a super wide Ishantan.
Yep. A lot of good tiles to draw there. And a lot of value if we can finish it.
Imagine a 4-so draw.
Forso would be nice. Gives
Oh.
us another chance at another Dora.
Jen's drawn back-to-back good tiles. Now into Ishantan. We'll choose the 5-pin, 3-pin. Oh, 2-so's not so bad. I think we're going to see a Ricci.
1
Yep.
Ricci Pin Dora. Chance at Tanyo as well. Oh, and Jen just going to fight.
3.
I guess she doesn't have to, but yeah, 3-pin Dama. Oh my god.
ドン
For the second time that we've seen this game, misses out on Ipatsu, but still safely confirms 52,000 points.
We're just gonna keep winning all the hands. That's all you need to do.
Yeah. Who needs
Good
Patsu
at-
when you can just win all of the hands?
Yeah. Good advice for new mahjong players. Just win all the hands, and your life will be easy.
Man, I've been feeling that the power of that advice recently. I had like a 20 game 90% rentai streak with 0 fourths. It was
Oof.
crazy.
My season's been a lot of the opposite of that, where
Oh.
I can only win like one hand per game, so I got to make it big and then just not deal in.
Yeah, definitely not in Armel. This season's been rough, but in ladder's been going great.
ポン
Rachel opening up Hatsu, trying to end this dealer run. Ishanten with Hatsu, potentially Dora 1 as well. Jen drawing these upper shapes 7, 7, 8, 8 in the Manzu, 7, 8 in the Pinzu, 7, 9 in the Sozu. Could be something down the road.
リーチ
Claire just super fast here. Slaps a
Yep.
Ricci with the 4 Mon. Ricci Pinfu. Putting 3-6-0.
Yep. 3, 6. But we've already got 2 of the 3s at hand, so not an amazing wait. But ready to continue this game. Take the dealership away.
Yeah, it's another one of those hands that I look at it and say, man, I don't like this weight. I wish I could have something better, but
Yeah.
you know, it's a good weight. I should take it. It's Ricci Pinfu. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not a
it's-
good
it-
weight, but it's a relatively wide weight. Right? It's a diamond weight.
No, the 3's gonna stick around in that hand.
It's tempting to cut the 8-so here, but
Yeah.
sorry, the 8 Mon, I should say, but Jen's just gonna play safe 7 Mon. At this point, she doesn't need to fight, right? She's done enough on her dealership.
チ
Yep, we're 20,000 points ahead of second. We can just play safe here. Don't need to win this hand.
Now, Rachel, on the other hand, will take this fight. Amazingly enough, her weight, her penchant weight, is wider in the wall than this diamond. There's what, 1 tile left in the wall for Claire, and there are 3 tiles for Rachel here.
Well, it happens a lot when you're waiting on some of the middle tiles because people tend to have those in hand.
Ooh, 5-pin comes out. That means Steve can cut 5-pin, 3-pin, and maybe
5-pin,
even 8-pin
right.
in the future and fight for Chinitsu.
Yep, has a chance at it here. Who do we trust to sit? Well, we've already dropped a 6, so we know the 6 is safe. It's gonna keep drawing the pin tiles though. 5. 5 just came out.
Is one of the 7s.
4. Yeah, I don't think you call that. Well, we drew the last 6.
Perhaps doing some math here to see if Con will be worthwhile in the future. Also, the 4 and 8 not guaranteed to be safe in the Pinzu.
Right. Ooh.
In the end, Ryukyoku believe 2 7 so dead walled, and the last 3 so dead walled as well, though all not being generous this time.
Yeah, a lot of dead wall tiles.
All right, 4 Humba, 1 Ricci stick in the middle to be collected by the winner of this upcoming hand. High wise, anything stand out?
Let's see. Claire's hand is fairly nice. Has a lot of acceptance tiles there.
And 2 Dora.
And 2 Dora as well. Other than that, not no one's hand is particularly amazing.
Yeah, I think Rachel's is reasonable here as the second best, maybe candidate for second best hand.
Yeah, dealer would probably be second best hand, I think. Although we're starting to get into Cheetoy territory now.
Wouldn't be the first time that Cheetoy's found her.
And it looks like Steve has been drawing fairly good, least useful tiles anyway.
Yeah, goes ahead, guts the 8 mon. This is no longer Honitsu. East pair kind of awkward, but yeah, hands need a pair, right? Could be Sanonko now.
Another useful tile there. Yeah.
This is actually Ishantem.
Yeah, he drew like 4 or 5 good tiles in a row. You get to Tenpai Ishan 10 Tenpai, whatever. You get there pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's nice. So we just got rid of it. Why are you coming back?
And there's the last East. But in hands where it doesn't really help anybody.
That could come out as a relatively safe tile, though, if Steve draws the Forso into Tenpai, Ricci, and the Shabo. It's kind of a tough choice, actually, if you draw Forso. Do you wait for the Dora, or do you wait for potential Sanonko? I think it's easily Sanonko for me, because the East is a really strong weight here. But
ooh, do you take the 8? Nope, doesn't take the first 8.
Oh my goodness, would just draw pairs. Well, that's Suanko Ishantan.
Yep.
This way retains the door draw into Tenpai. Makes sense.
How many 5s are out? There's one. So there's 1 5 in the wall, and there's 1 8 in the wall.
Oh, well, the 8. One's discarded by Jen, one's held by Jen, one's discarded by Rachel.
Yeah, I missed the one in Jen's hand, so no.
I guess that means that we're not going to Suanko, but we still get Sanonko.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the last 5, so I think we call for Tenpai, though.
Yeah, drop the... Yeah, makes sense.
All right, Toy. Or Tsumo's not possible for Sanonko, but we've got a little bonus food for 2,600. That should be Tenpai for Claire. Dama 4/7 mon. Silently holding 5,200.
And not many tiles. About 2 draws left, I think. Yeah, about 2 draws left.
Perhaps Rachel considering the con there for a second just to instantly get the second draw, but she has high taste, so doesn't change the number of draws.
3 pin, having to think for a minute here. So let's go for the 9. And that, ooh, another interesting. No, we're just gonna take the 9.
You gotta feel like someone's Tenpai here, but
yeah, 4 pin just came out, so it's safe. Oh, is that? But does that put me? No, that doesn't put her in Tim. Oh,
yep, good read.
Yeah.
Oh, Rachel finds Tenpai on the last draw. It's rewarded for not conning.
On the last draw. Yeah.
Another time with 3 players Tenpai, and Jan, of course, can afford the 3,000 payout.
Yeah, it's probably acceptable there. 3,000.
Acceptable is this Hypai, starting with pair of Dora, your Yakuhai. The rest of the table can't use it. It's a great start. And your shapes are acceptable to the point that you can slam a Ricci using the East as your pair, even.
Claire starting with 7 Kokushi tiles, but is just going to play standard here.
Yeah, 7 Kokushi tiles and a completed block.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Steve is doing pretty well on the right. Oh,
Ooh, good draw there. Do we
5.
drop the 5? No. Drops the 3.
The 3 is a good way to.
Yeah, I understand it. I definitely understand the 3.
Well, you know me in Sanjoku. I
I
see
was
what
I
you
was
3. I can't say no.
I was thinking about it too, and I don't even get Sanshoku very much, but I was like, I'd be tempted to drop the 5
Pump.
there. Instead,
Out it
hey,
comes.
looks like we made the right decision. We're gonna call the East, and now everyone's gonna be
Shaking in their
extra
boots.
careful.
Reach.
Yep.
Oh, or just slamming a Ricci. Okay.
Or never mind. We're just gonna.
Jen, that's the 3-pin pair though, locked in Rachel's hands. So there's only one tile on the wall for her to draw versus a 1/4 so. Now Jen's got the uncle of the 1 so kind of fighting back,
Uh-huh.
but
The 4 is still pretty alive though. It's only 1/4.
yeah. So 4
in
tiles
Steve's.
for Rachel versus 1 tile for Jen versus what was that for Steve? 1 5-pin and 1 3-pin. So 2 for Steve. He's trying to take this fight too.
Yep. Everyone seems to be fighting
Don't-
here. Ooh, there's the last one.
It's conned.
Yep. Can't steal a concealed con.
That's
so-
right. Oh, the
Tsumo.
4
Oh, there it is.
Oof. Tondora 3. That's Bangan 4,000 all plus those Ricci sticks plus the Homba. And I think that's enough to change position. Yeah, Rachel taking the lead now. What a thrilling hand.
Making the most out of the dealership.
Absolutely.
Oh, and
Cut.
another great high pie.
Indeed. Just 2 away from Tempai already. Headless. Oh, beautiful 5-pin draw.
Mm-hmm. Just need the 3. Just give me the 3 mod. Oh no, we're missing a pair. Never mind.
I mean, 3 months still good. That's a super wide headless. But
Yep.
pairing up the 1 or 2 mon, everything's good with his hand. I'd be drooling over this, and just looking at the other hands, not really seeing anything worth fighting for too much.
Oh, there it is.
You called it into
Triple.
existence. And so the amazing thing about this Ishanten headless is not only do we get the 147 pin and the 2-5 so, but any pair of those
Yeah, 2
uncompleted
pin,
shapes
6
works.
pin, 3 so, 4 so.
Even the 4-pin.
Even 4 pins, pretty good.
I mean, it's Tempai. It's not good, but it's Tempai. I might throw it back.
Yeah. So that's to keep the 6 mon though, and throw the 3/4 out.
Yeah, so this is just gonna guarantee good shape.
Oh,
my
well.
goodness.
Well.
Yeah, Forso cut is even wider than the previous shape, believe it or not.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm surprised we didn't throw the 4 so there. Keep the 5 and.
Yeah, you're just not seeing us draw the. Oh, never mind. That says
Ricci.
Diamond Tempai, so we'll just slam a Ricci Pinfu, 6-9
Mhm.
Amon, and
6/9. Let's see. There's 1 6 and 2 9s left in the wall.
fair enough.
So not terrible.
But Jen's got this lone 9 Mon that's
Looking a little lonely, definitely. Ooh, that nope. 9 first.
I suspect she really doesn't want to have anything to do with his hands.
Five is safe to the Ricci. The 4 was also safe, so we can get that too. 3.
Claire is Ishanten, 3 so is safe.
Yep.
If she gets Tempai, I imagine she fights with the 5 so, even though it's Dora Suji. It's kind of bad, but
2.
what else are you going to do, right?
There's the 7 mon. So that's gonna be 1/4.
We'll try to Dama snipe this one mon.
Yeah, that's gonna be Penfu. Yeah, Penfu. So we don't have to Reachy. Ooh, Steve is also still drawing good tiles here.
Oh,
There's one
the
of the
four.
9s. There's the
Done.
4. 4 has to come out. So we will get the Penfu.
So far, we've seen all the Dama hands win. Does that mean that Dama is good? That Dama is just 100% win rate? Guaranteed win?
No, I think it just means that these people aren't playing correctly because they would have gotten more points if they would have Reachied. And
I don't know. I think
Home.
Ooh, 2 quick calls here for Claire.
that is Ishan then, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say that makes a lot of sense to me.
Especially after having sniped those points, there's a little bit of gap between Claire and the dealer Steve. And I imagine Claire would make it a priority to end Steve's dealership as soon as possible.
Well, Steve is also kind of coming along here. 7 1 the 1-3 isn't great, and is trying to see if I can't hold on to this Dora somehow.
Yeah, hold on to the 6-mon, hoping to improve away from this 1-3 Kanchan.
Yeah, but now it has the 7.
Yeah,
So we have to decide. Ooh, goes with the 1. All right. Dodged so far.
it's
Not going to
really
calm the south.
it's so awkward because you recognize you're behind. Claire might even be waiting on this Dora, but we kind of have to drop the Dora if we're going to play the hand. So he's trying to give himself as much of an opportunity to make a hand that's worth something dropping this Dora for. Kind of getting there. Could Dora Tonki now.
No, I think
Done.
6 comes out.
Alright, it is just 1,000 points, but that was a very important dealership gone to the wayside. So 8,200 point gap now is very relevant as well. We'll see what happens in South 3.
See what we got here. These hands. Well, the dealer actually has, like, I think the worst hand here.
There's callable options for Jen, and she's not afraid to do that. The gap has closed between herself and Rachel, so just taking a fast tempi here as an opportunity to
take the fast tempi, move the game along to South 4.
Yeah, and there are some, you know, you can draw Dora and increase the value a little bit that way.
Right. Claire trying to find something here. Try to make the climb back to 30k a little easier next hand. Rachel needs something to connect to the 5-pin, and then would be, speaking of which, there it is.
Yeah.
And it's now actually in pretty good shape, so.
Done.
Oh, but the 9 is going to come out.
So that's kind of relevant here because Jen will get the bonus foo from having 4 open terminal or auto calls. And that means the gap is now 300 points for first. Hello.
And hope that's a good hand to do it with, I think.
Yakuhai, it's not bad. 3 Yakuhai? Okay.
Okay. We can go for more. We can go for a lot here. Let's see.
Oh my goodness, and the terminal.
Okay then. All right.
I was thinking this hand would be Horitsu and the Sozu, but now.
Now
Just
let's
Chitoi
see.
Shanten? I don't know.
I don't know. The three reds are already out. So red is dead.
Yeah, we're tempai.
Green not working. Do we wait on green?
Just gonna slam
we're gonna
it.
wait
Okay.
on green. All
Oh
right.
no, Claire's in trouble here. She's the only one with the Hatsu.
I think she drew perfectly there. I think she drew a pair like every draw, so I think that's a sign.
That's incredible.
You just go for the green. Doesn't come out.
Right now, there's 1 pin and 5 Sogenbutsu, but
Or do we
F4
Ippat
plays
Sumo?
well.
Nope. Nope, no Ippat Sumo.
So 1 left in the wall.
Ooh. That would have been...
Yeah, it would have been interesting after.
That would have been interesting to see what the decision would be there if we hadn't Richi'd.
I mean, I guess we can cut the Hatsu and then decide later.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. This is another reason to reach you. That way you don't have to think about.
You don't have to think
What-
about it. My
what to
decision
do.
is already made. No regrets.
Yeah, Richi Sumo Chitoi would be pretty massive. If Uda is found as well, it's almost game ending.
Mm-hmm. Would make the last hand a lot easier. But so far, everyone's been pretty cautious.
A little bit difficult for Rachel to play this hand because she doesn't want the dealer to win, but she doesn't want to be the one to deal in. And she also
Right.
knows that if Jen wins this hand, or even just goes to Yukioku, there will be another round, another chance for Rachel to try to take it back, take back the lead.
And then we got another Chichoi cooking for Steve.
Yeah, that's the classic way of handling an early Ricci is just go for Chitoi. Uh-oh.
No. Oh. We got too many safe tiles, I think, for that to come out. An untested honor at this late.
Yeah,
Be
it looks
pretty
like
tough.
it looks like Rachel's just playing to avoid
And
dealing it.
Steve has a decision here. Are any of our tiles safe?
I think not in the 1 for
I don't
7
think-
Mon untested.
Yeah, I don't think any of them were safe, so we're gonna go with the most safe option and I think and go with the 8.
And 9 so now revealed to be safe. Rachel has enough tiles for the end of the game. So I think we're going to Ryukyoku. 5 mon and 6 sorry, 5 pin. Oh no!
4
Oh, does decide to check the green.
Oh, and the Ura hit on
Ooh,
the
and
east that was already held twice. That was the
that's
last east.
devastating.
Well, it means that Jen will probably be getting a first place here, but Rachel's still in second now. And the dealership remains with Jen, who, incidentally, is doing pretty reasonably this season at plus 49.8. If the game were to end right now, we're looking at 15 points of Uma plus 25.9. So that's 40.9. That would jump her all the way into fourth place in the standings.
Could be big.
Just needs to seal the deal here.
So far, we've got 2 Dora in Claire's hand. That's a good sign
本
that I might be able to get into second place now if I can just draw the right hand.
Yeah, it's concerning when you see the dealer opening up again. It means they're not afraid of what's going on. They're just going to fight for more points. So you could just say, I'm at, 55,000 points. I can fold out, jump into the fourth place in the division and be happy. But the dealer's got something worth fighting for, apparently. It's
6,
a little
7, 8.
scary, honestly.
Yep, not quite to Tenpai yet, but is looking for either the 8 dot or the 5 so.
Of course, 4 pin, 7 pin, 4 so, 6 so, all good draws as well.
Yep.
9 pin, if not already mentioned.
Ooh, 6 so for Rachel. It's gonna help that hand.
2 away from Tenpai there.
Yeah, everyone's getting some draws here.
I'm really looking at Claire's hand. Ooh. That is the perfect draw. So will we use door 2 or will we have 2-3-4 Sanchoku? It really depends on how we get into Tempai. If we draw the 4, so we have to make a choice. Oh, I
Oh, yep.
mentioned
Has
2 Sorichi.
yeah. You'd be giving up one, but you get one back from the Sanshoku. So
Chooses Dama for just the Mongon here. Sumo 6 so would be Hanuman. Oh, that 9 so doesn't fit. But Rachel holds it. If that's a direct hit, Claire will be taking over second place.
pin.
Oh,
Ooh, there's ooh.
that's the most awkward of Tempai's. Claire, Jen dodges though. But
Picks
any,
the right tile.
yeah, any better weight, and she might be dealing on this 6 so.
Yep.
We're so
Ooh,
still
there's the
safe.
4. If 4 just came out,
4
the 9 will come out first.
Mifu, Sancho Dora, and that will be Claire taking over second place. Not enough to get
Yep.
above 30,000, but minimizing the damage there with the minus 1.0 for her. Rachel takes minus 11.1. Steve, the minus 33.8. But the big story here is Jen, the only player over 30,000 with a huge number of Mongon wins, plus 45.9. Will be jumping the standings all the way up to fourth place overall. Has been an excellent season for her. Can she maintain this lead over the rest of the division and find herself in A1? And I'm sorry, I've got this B2 up here. This was an A2 matchup. So that means really exciting potential here for Jen this season.
Right.
Oh, looks like they're playing another game.
Yep. Looks like that was. They said that was game 1. So
Yeah, I failed to update the the upper bar from the previous game, so I see they're chatting about that as well. We did see your Mongon Sumo. Yeah, that was a thrilling game,
yeah, we're
and
really impressive dealer run. Get quite a few points there.
it looks like we are a few minutes off from the next game going live. So while we update that, I wonder if we can take a look at the game results from around the league elsewhere and see if anything exciting has come about while we've been watching
Well,
these
there
games.
someone in A1 got a Yakuman.
Eh?
Looks like.
Wait, what?
Yeah, someone got so sushi.
Show sushi. Hang on a second. I'm
Uh-huh.
opening up the game logs now. I gotta find this.
It was an A1 table.
It was Simon.
Yeah, Simon. Yep.
Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised that it's a Simon Yakuman? Love watching Simon play. And of course, Dustin was at that table as well, so that means that something crazy was bound to happen. As Simon, after winning the Yakuman, a dealer, Shoal Sushi, ends up with plus 5070.0. How much time do we have before the next game starts?
I think like 2 minutes. It looks like.
2 minutes? Oh, 1 minute. Okay. We're saving this. We're gonna look at this Yakuman later. Don't go anywhere. We'll watch this A2 matchup, but once that ends, let's see what happened in that one. Looks like Aiden continuing to do well in C1. Mason finally taking any result that's not a first or a second place, but still doing quite comfortably in the C1 division.
Yeah, it's the way with the range of play that goes on in C1. It's even like a little bit. It's even a little more impressive that you've been playing first and second every game the
Yeah,
entire season.
that's crazy. Dustin came back with a first place in the next game in the A1 series, and Mason came back with a first place of his own, so more than overcoming that points, and are just about caught up with the games.
Yeah.
All right, we got everything right. A2 is up.
Should be coming up in just a few seconds here.
Claire this time starting us off in the first dealer seat. Jen to the right, Rachel across the table, Steve on our left. And for Jen, we're excited to see how far things can go. All right, got 45 points in game one. Will that hot streak be continued? Well,
Right, Claire with an excellent first dealership here.
that's Richi Pinfu Ishantan.
Richi Pinfu Ishanten.
No surprise that there is no other hand around the table that's better. Now, this Sforzo pickup is awesome because it allows us to get one pin, move towards Tanya potentially.
Right.
There are a lot of upgrades in this hand, even if we're not drawing Tempai immediately. We can get 6 pin, we can get 6 so.
Exactly. Looking at the other hands, nothing that compares to the dealer hand. But Steve on the right has a pretty nice hand here. I mean, on the left, sorry. Steve on the left has a nice hand here.
Yeah, it's hard to look at any of these other hands with any sort of hope after seeing the dealers, but Rachel's starting to move towards a Tanyao. Jen has drawn a couple of good tiles towards Dion Chanten. And Claire's just been stuck here for a while.
Yep, the closer you are to Tempai, the least amount of tiles will help you in general. So the other people get to make progress in the meantime. But there it is. Gonna wait on the 2-5. And Jen just drew one, but that fits in the hand. Yeah, we'll drop our north pair. Makes sense to me.
It will be interesting if Jen draws perfectly. I should jam the 8-mon here. Oh. How about another dealer tile?
Well, it fits in the hand so far.
Fortunately, she has 9 pin, 9 pin, 9 pin if she ever wants to bail.
Yeah. 9 looking very safe.
Also 4 pin, not this.
Yeah, and we'll go ahead and do one for now. Nobody else quite ready yet.
Nothing signals I'm folding more than the same tile coming out 3 times in a row.
Well, and the thing is, it's actually not a complete fold.
Yeah.
It's just...
What's hilarious is when you do that and then slam Ricci on the next tile.
Yeah, exactly. And people are like, hang on a second.
Yeah. I thought you were out. How are you in?
Yeah, still has a route to win this hand. It's a little tricky, but could do it.
Rachel's also Ishanten across the way.
Yeah. Been watching that. Ooh, draws the 5, so we drop the 9.
Yeah, that was Tempai, but she didn't like the 8-mon wait.
Right, yeah, I was like, I would have made the same choice. Drop the 9, wait for something a little better. The 9 is safe to the Ricci.
Oh, the 8-mon comes out. Of course. That's Tempai again. And
Yep,
this is...
we'll take it.
Yeah, this is a hand with a Yaku, so dominable. But that's a better weight. It's Hudi 10 though if you cut the 8 so. And how is...
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Okay, going with the 5-8 weight. It's awkward because all your winning tiles, like 5 of your winning tiles are being held by yourself. But
right.
There is one tile in the wall. Also one tile in the wall for Claire. Neither will find it though. It's dead walled, and we will go to New Tokyo. 2 players, Tempai 2, Rigi 6 in the middle, and a Homba now for East 1. Repeat 1. Sci-Fi a little bit less optimistic.
Less exciting, but got a couple of things to work with depending on what you draw here. Although the Dora being one of the east tiles, or the door indicator being one of the east tiles,
ポン
kind of
So
limits one of the options.
speaking of Dora, there is a pair on the right, and that is Yakuhai for Jen. So this could be one of those exciting hands where someone calls the Dora and everyone.
Immediately bails.
Well, you say I would say immediately bails, but then I realized last time this happened, two people fought. So maybe not
I
at this
mean, it
table.
depends. It depends on what the wall gives you and how much your hand value is worth, and
Yeah, a lot of
how many
factors.
how many safe tiles you have. It's interesting. It's easy to say like certain decisions and things in theory, but in practice it's a little
ポン
harder because it's so many circumstances in every hand that you got to think about. And well, that now they have to think about it. Steve did end up dropping it. We did call it, so now people got to be on their toes.
Yeah, I think what's most interesting to me, if I was one of the other players at the table, was the amount of time spent on the call. Because usually, if you see Dora and it's your Yakuhai, you just instantly call it, right? But there was a
Right.
lot of thought put into what to cut afterwards, and that
Hmm.
that makes me wonder, like, why was there a lot of thought?
Yeah, are they already ready? Is
Is it
that
maybe a
is that
Tonki
is that a call
way?
into Tempai? Yeah,
Right.
is that a
Oh, but the seven so doesn't fit, and
7?
4
Rachel
Yep,
was already in Tenpai, so she will.
shut that down.
Yeah, we've seen, yeah, the Dora three hands not always coming to fruition here.
And picks up the extra Ricci stick to go with that. That's always nice. So, ooh, dealer. Well, Jin continues her streak of getting amazing dealer hands here.
ポン
Oh, opens up with a double tone.
Opens up with a double tone. You drop the 7. We're already Honitsu.
Yeah, although maybe she heard the rumor of Shou Sushi and is like, you know what? I've got a pair
ポン
south, I've got a west and north. We can make it happen.
Could happen. No.
All right, never mind.
Never mind. We're not gonna dream that big.
ポン
All right, second call. And honor is starting to come out now. Shantam.
Yep. Just needs to pair up something here, and we'll be good to go.
Dora Tumon held by Steve across the table and Claire on the left. Claire already opened up with the Hatsu, so she can shut this hand down.
Yeah, Claire, if you draw the right tile here, could walk away with a nice Dora and Yakuhai.
チ
Just gonna go ahead and keep calling.
チ
Gonna try to get to Tempai here.
And so is the selected Tonki.
Yep. With three calls, I mean, again, at this point, you have to think that she's in Tempai, so you got to play safe.
Ooh, how about one's cut Haku?
Ooh. Nine, or yeah, I'm gonna go with the Haku now. Yeah. 9 is safe to drop.
チ
Holding the 9 so though does give you an opportunity to dance around a little bit if you draw a bad so tile.
Rachel decides to fight here.
She did manage to stop the big hand from Jen in the last round. Can she do it again? Ooh, could have called that into Tempai, but chose not to. Oh, and Steve
ドン
Oh, Steve's gonna.
believes in the Haku, but it does deal in for 12k. Yeah, and I think it had just come out right before Jen selected her initial Tonki, and then she swapped it one more time. But that discard order, the West first, followed by 9 so, really makes you think that the weight is not a Tonki, right? Because if it was a
If you
Tonki, isn't the West a better weight than the 9 so? Classically speaking,
I mean,
and
yeah,
also
yeah,
it sort of gives you the vibe that it's a better weight in the Sozu itself.
right.
But in this case,
Of course, you also had to be paying attention in order to pick that up.
right. Of course, we know Steve definitely paying
Yeah,
attention.
I'm a little less observant sometimes on the online. It's easier to pick it up in real life than it is online. It's something I've been trying to work on, but
You know, that's really funny. I'm the exact opposite. It's a lot easier for me to pick up stuff online than it is in person. I think maybe it just has to do with the fact that I play a lot more online than in person.
that could be true. I
Home.
guess if you play online a lot, maybe it's easier for you to pick up stuff like that online, and then when you're playing in person, you may be a little more relaxed or more focused on your own hand and not picking that sort of thing up.
As is, we do have a call for Claire. Just hoping to. All right, I'm gonna go for it. Hoping for Doko, hoping for Sancho Kudoko.
Home.
But more realistically, just quick hand to shut down the dealership, and it looks like we are moving in that direction. Although Jen does pick up a Dora, that fits nicely into that so shape. She could even find Itsu as well.
Itsu and Fedora? I guess if you drew perfectly.
Yeah, these fives could end up leaving the hand in that situation, but yet to be seen how the draws come in. In the meantime, Steve as well, angling for a speedy hand here.
Another 8 for Claire.
What shape's better, the 899 or the 889? I think I prefer this way, yeah.
Yeah.
And Jen
And then,
passes the call, not willing to open up to danger, and in fact, after drawing the second door, just because of the south pair.
yeah, draws a second Dora, decides we're just going to go for all the points.
Truly all the points. The 5 pin just
Chi.
passed as well.
But Steve is looking for 7 pin now. To just take
Home.
1,000 points and move the game along. Same for Claire here. Well, Claire's is going to be more because of the foo.
Yeah, if she can find the 9 mon or either tile being at Tsumo, would give the bonus. Jen did eventually draw around that 5 pin, so hand looking a bit more normal now. The 9 mon could come out if she finds Tanya.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say, looking like the 9 might come out if we draw 6 mon specifically.
Seven pin locked away. 9 mon and 8 pin. Not very live either. One tile
Can
for
we
both.
draw? No, decides to 7 pins not safe, and we're gonna drop the 9 pin instead.
Dong.
Yeah, the 9 does eventually come out. That will pass the dealership over to Rachel.
Rachel in second place. Good chance to win a hand. Yep, good dealer hand here. So good chance we can get back into first, maybe.
Nice hot pull.
Let's see, how many points do we need? 4, 3,800.
Yeah,
Get into
reasonable.
first. Definitely reasonable.
Nice high finale for Rachel, but Claire doing all right across the table. Jen's doing just fine on the left. Steve might be doing Kokoshi.
Steve might be doing Kokushi.
Oh, another
Unfortunately, everyone else's hands are doing really good, and you need time to get your Kokushi out usually.
That's usually how it goes for Kokoshi, right? You're like,
Yeah.
if my hand is this
Chi.
bad, then
Mm-hmm. Ooh, there's no, never mind.
I'd be
Do
really
not want
interested in seeing what happens when Rachel draws the 4 mon or 7 mon.
for the 7. I mean, you drop the 9, right?
Yeah, that's definitely one option. Jam and wait's good. Give
Well,
Ipeiko.
yeah. I mean, you could go for double Ipeiko, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you draw the 7 mon, right? You might Dama 9 so a turn just to see if you can get there. Gianpei
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
The Shabo might not be so good because you know, well, we don't know yet. We don't know that it's Honitsu yet.
ち
Or sorry, that it's Kokushi yet. But if you knew it was Kokushi, you might expect that the player to the right has one of the Hatsu, so it's less likely you'll get there.
Oh, there's a Kokushi tile.
Unfortunately, this Eitsu will have to deal into the Itsu.
Yeah.
The only question is, can Rachel get to Tenpai before then? Because if she slams a Ricci, Steve might not jam it, unless he gets Tenpai, in which case it would be double wrong.
So it comes out west.
ロン
Nope, comes out now.
So 1,000 points.
Itsu only. 1,000 points. Not great because I'm in last,
Right.
but could have been a lot worse.
All right,
Man,
let's see what kind of magic Steve's got in his dealership. Apparently, it's not drawing amazing high pie, but maybe building an amazing hand.
not amazing high pie, but not terrible either. You've got a couple tile. I mean, the Sozu's working out for you. You just need a good like Manzu tile or a good pen tile here.
It's got a plan. We can use this Dora. We can reach on the penchant later. Who cares?
Yep,
As long as we get Tenpai.
Rachel has an obvious Honitsu here.
That's a tempting chi. Confirm the door shape, play for Itsu. But Steve passes and is rewarded with a 7-pin.
And we got two players with a lot of Manzu in their hand. They might be choking each other out of a win here. Both Claire and Jen looking to flush out or figure out your Manzu shapes.
Yeah, I think things will start to get exciting when Rachel opens up for this Honitsu. In the meantime, this steady pace has given Steve the opportunity to drastically improve these shapes.
Yep. Swap into double pairs.
Really awkward around the table. I mean, Jen maybe with the most classically strong hand, and Rachel with the Honitsu, of course, but the shapes for Claire and Steve and really everyone just a little bit off.
Yeah, they now is kind of when you start wondering if just everyone's holding everyone else's tiles. You know, it's like no one's calling. So is it because everyone has a strong is everyone like Ishanten, or are we just all waiting on the same things here?
Right. You start, getting desperate for draws because if you don't get them, someone else is going to slam a Ricci any second. But turns out, no one's really there.
No. So how are Dora doing? We have already dropped to Dora. Jin's dropped to Dora, so we know where most of the Dora tiles are.
As Steve makes the move, it's Keitan.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need a Yaku. No one's getting there. It's just Keitan. Now Claire is a little bit stronger. She's got a Yaku.
Yes, 7, 8, 9.
Or not.
Or not.
That's okay. She can still chi the 9 so and cut Tumon.
Right.
No swap calling allowed, so we have to beat Ishanten to pull this maneuver. Tenpai not good enough. Well, Ishanten for Jen if she wants it. We'll take the
4, yep.
chi.
ポン
Now
Alright.
our dealer is in Tenpai, but of course no Yaku, so but
Yeah.
people might read two calls and might be trying to be careful here. We're gonna go to the 1, 2, 3. Yep, go to the 1, 2, 3.
I said things would get exciting when Rachel opened up. Here we are, a K10 battle, and Rachel is Ishanten.
There's the 9.
Ooh.
Now we're missing. We dropped our pair though, so Not quite.
Jen willing to
5.
jam, saying you're not Tempai yet.
Do we call the 5? Three,
I
4, 4, 5,
guess.
6, 6, 7. You could have dropped the 7 and waited on the red dragon, but decided not to.
Yeah, a little surprised.
I mean, red dragon hasn't been shown yet, so it's like
Uh,
it's probably just thinking it's jammed in someone's hand and it's not coming out. So
I guess one did come out. Might
Boom.
even help us. Okay, this helps us.
yeah, it's gonna be 3 only. And oh, unfortunate.
That's okay. Our only goal was just to be Tempai, and we got there.
Yeah, we're there. We just can't win. We'll just drop the safe one, and Claire's gonna be the only one who didn't quite make it to Tempai. And it's gonna give out a 1,000 tip to everybody, and we'll replay the hand. Doesn't change too
Boom.
much around the board.
No. Once again, Rachel opens up with the East.
Opens
Steve.
up with the East. Could be dreaming of another Honitsu play.
Steve looking stronger in this, at least initial phase of things, but has this door. We'll see if this a benefit or if it slows the hand down.
Ooh, red dragon. Yeah. Dora.
Boom.
Claire calls because Kansai Chitoi not allowed in this league. Can't have the same pair.
Oh, I've never.
Boom.
Yeah, I've never heard of a rule set where you could have 4 of the same.
I would love to play with that. It's so rare. It won't come into effect that frequently, but
Yeah,
it's just
it
cool.
seems like it would be rather harmless, but I've never actually seen it in a rule set. So
There have been a couple times where I, wished it was there because I had that opportunity, but certainly more than I've had for a number of other hands like
Kang.
certain Yakamaru. But
Claire does decide to go ahead and con.
Boom.
that made Steve's hand a lot scarier. I think
Boom.
after this pull, the
On.
the
Yep.
situation is revealed.
Yeah, I think everyone's quite aware of who's ready to win here.
The danger for a couple players, Steve and Rachel both could be dropping this one mon.
Oh, but Jen is.
There's a con. You could just recheat. It's a three-sided way. Oh, well, okay. It's actually not three-sided. All the fives are gone. All the eights are gone. It's only
Right.
It's a
That's what I was like.
three-sided penchant.
Yeah, it's awkward, right? It's like usually you'd be like, yes, I have a chance here, and then
That's
it's like, well,
hilarious.
yeah,
And Jen says,
yeah.
Sal,
Never
no
mind.
thanks.
Yeah, never mind. I don't blame her there. That yeah makes a lot of sense. Drop the 9. Yeah, Claire's gonna push anything at this point. But Steve, I think would have to deal in here because the other one is in Rachel's hand.
Nope.
Boom.
Comes out from Rachel first. So just
But
the toy
comes
toy.
out. Yep, comes out from Rachel first though. So we'll get the toy.
You're right. Steve never dropping the Dora, so would upon hitting Tempai would definitely be cutting the 1 mon. I guess unless he
Would have dropped the
Tempai.
1. Yeah. Would have dropped the 1, but Rachel dropped it first, so was saved there.
All right. Well, Claire opens up with 2 Dora. That's not bad.
Claire opens up with 2 Dora and is in second place now with that win as well. So in a good starting position for South round here, and has a pretty good dealer hand. Other than that, Rachel's hand is pretty good as well.
Agreed.
Got several completed shapes already, and then Steve has a lot of good tiles to work with there as well.
Yeah, we get to see hand formation skills at hand.
So Jen is kind of the one who's left behind here, but you never know. Could just keep drawing good tiles and end up in a good position as well.
Now you feel less bad being behind in terms of your hand when you're ahead. In
When
terms
you're
of
ahead,
points,
yes.
it's like okay, you all can win a hand or two. It's fine. I've got the lead. I'm safe. But
Yeah.
when you're desperate for points and you get this high pie, that's when it
Mhm.
starts to hurt a little bit.
Right. Ooh, 7. So here we can drop. Yep, we're gonna drop the 8, 9.
That shape for Rachel is kind of interesting. The Pinzu. If you draw the 3 pin, we might play for Itsu. Otherwise, we're probably just cutting this 1-2 pin.
Right. I think it depends. Yeah, I think it just depends specifically if I get the 3 pin or
Even if we draw the 3 pin, we still might cut 7-8 pin because the 9 pin's 3 out.
what if we draw the 6 pin?
Probably 2 pin, 1 pin.
Probably still the 2 1 pin. Yeah. Yeah, because we don't want to get rid of the pair.
Did you just
Uh,
force another pair or call another pair into player's hand?
well, we did get the 3,
All right,
so
he's
we're
making the move.
gonna do the 6 5.
Oh my. All of a sudden, Claire's hand becomes tremendously exciting and interesting.
Mm-hmm.
No longer Chitoy.
Chitoy could be Ryan double Dora. That would be fun.
Is it live? 7 mon? Yes. 5
I think
cell?
one of the coolest hands. Unfortunately, I didn't end up winning it, but one of the coolest hands was Ryan Tempai for the same Ipeko. Like it was like I think it was like 3 3 4 4 5 5 mon and then 3 3 4 4 5 5 pin or something.
That feels like that should be worth another, 2 Han or something.
Yeah, I was like, that's really funny.
Jen Ishanten on the right. Of course, Claire Ishanten. Rachel's been Ishanten for a while. And even Steve is Chitoy Ishan, so Jen will get there first. Slams on Ricci. Ricci, Ricci Tanyao to 5,
Tanya.
so. And Steve will jam the 4 pin.
Tsumo.
Oh! Ipatsumo. That's a Mungon. There were lots of candidates for Uda 2 or 3, so I had to hold that statement for a second, but Jen, absolutely in control here.
And that's why for new players out there, when you teach them about Richi Mahjong, that's why you Richi right there. You Richi, you Patsu, you Sumo, you instantly your hand is worth a bazillion points.
Ricci, incredibly strong, especially for those who can hit Ipatsu and Uda. Speaking of strong hands, Jen opening up with a really nice one, pretty much overblocked as well.
Yeah, I
Gotta
think
make some sacrifices here.
quite a few people have some interesting hands here. Rachel,
Shosangen Tenpai, what?
yep,
Shosangen Chanta Tenpai?
Shosangan Chanta.
Hey, anyone want to risk the tune? What are the odds, right? What are the odds?
This early? Row 1?
Lies entirely in Rachel's hand? I don't know. Oh, Claire pairs it up.
Nope. Nope,
That's
not
not
gonna be
coming out
coming up now.
anymore.
Yeah.
But Jen is Ishanten for a huge hand of her own. Ricci pin for potential Sanchoku with Adora confirmed.
Yeah, Steve also. Everyone's real close here. I think anyone could take this hand. Depends on the draws here. Ooh, what do we drop here? 9 pin? No, 7 mon.
Oh, Claire Ishanten for Honitsu. Chan.
Pawn.
One on the new Dora, but
Oh, we added one door to that hand. Does that matter?
yeah, 4 Han for the Shosangen plus Chanta plus Dora is Hanuman now.
Yep, yep. Just enough.
Gotta find that last Chun. Hey, no, I almost said Tempa there. Not quite.
Not quite. Although, ooh, the 4 helps out Jen.
Who is Tempai waiting
Senpai,
on
5-8,
Oh,
5-8 Dama.
Dama!
And there it is.
Crushing Sanchoku. That's 12,000 more points.
And gets the Dora. To make that a
Absolutely.
dealer manga.
I don't know. After the series ends, if it keeps going at this rate, we might have a new first. This is just game 2.
Yeah. Yeah, Jen has been, her dealerships have been, she's gone on some pretty strong dealerships here.
本
Yeah, that's when you want to have your manga on hand. When you're in your dealership, get 4,000 bonus points.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rachel, Shosangen try number 2 without the Haku. Maybe not.
I swear, I always get them at random. Like, when you think you're going to get them, and you're like, yeah, I've got like 2 greens and 2 reds in my hand. I just need to draw 1 white. You'll never get it. And then the times when you start out with like 1 green dragon and nothing else, then all of a sudden you draw another green dragon, and then a red dragon, and then a white dragon. And you're like, what is this?
Unfortunately, you probably discarded.
Right, exactly.
And
It's
then
like you've discarded them all, and it's like, wait.
by third row, you've got, 3 Hatsu, a pair of Chun, and a pair of Haku. It's like, wait a second. What could have been? Well, what could be for Steve? It's an early Ricci across the table. Great shapes. Just not really 12,000 points worth of shapes, but gotta start somewhere, right? First, it starts with passing Jen's dealership. And win one more hand. Then go down and do a run of your own.
Yeah, still close to 30k, so has not in too bad of shape here. At least stay above 30k, stay in second.
Yeah, for Rachel and Claire both.
Mm-hmm. Be pretty happy with that.
Ooh.
Assuming nothing else goes terribly wrong.
Okay.
Couple of
Tempai
interesting
found.
draws here.
We'll just
Yeah.
take it. Ricci Pinfu.
Yep, 1-4. 1 not looking good.
A lot less good now that the 3-pin has been drawn here. Although the 2-pin is safe, 3-pin is Suji. Yeah, maybe there's a world where you end up shoving it out, but Claire's also
Ooh, is that?
2 away from Tempai.
Doesn't keep the 2. Okay, well, the 2 is safe.
Dora
Would had to
yeet.
push.
Aggressive from Rachel. Unfortunately, her weight is completely locked in. She could try to Suji bait it, but Woodmon much safer discard. Kind of challenging defense here for Jen, but
I think the 7 is the most safe, but
3 so Suji first.
gonna go with the 3.
One so being held, that's not so bad. Usually if they have the 2-4-6 shape, you expect them to hold the 6 a little bit longer.
Right. Yep, the 8 is safe. Ooh, 3 Mon for Rachel.
Oh, that's a much better weight. 2-5. Although not better than the wall, that's completely dead.
Yeah, funnily enough. Actually, worse weight. Ooh, what do we drop here now? Nope. Stick with. Just gonna play defensive. We're 30,000 points ahead. We'll just play defensive here.
Claire aiming for Keaton, perhaps?
Aiming for Rikoku, I think.
Oh man.
Draws
All
the
the
third
ones, all the
7.
The 7s are safe now, so no need to fear those.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Okay.
we're safe now. We just dropped 777.
There are 2 4-pin left, but it won't be drawn by Steve. In fact, unless one shows up on high tide, that's 2 dead walled.
Yep, 2 in the dead wall. Unfortunate.
Oh, 2 players temp by. Rachel will be the player moving over 30k. Claire not far behind though, and the dealership finally passes. 2 Homba and a Ricci stick.
Yep, that's an extra 1,600 points on the table.
You always draw the pair of the dragon after the first one gets cut, of course.
Of course.
But Rachel didn't need that pretty badly because it looks like the other hands are really fast, especially Claire. He's shot 10 across the table for Ricci Pin Fudora 1 already.
Three pin, that helps. Pin. White dragon pair now, and there's an. Okay.
Yeah, these draws have been great for Rachel. 5, 6, 7
Yeah.
Sanchokus in the cards. Of course,
Yeah.
you just call the Hatsu and have the 1-1 as your pair.
Yep. That's what I was gonna say. Now that we've drawn the second one, now we can call green with no regrets.
And well, we gave up the Sanchoku, but that's okay because we have P for now, so we can go Hatsu Hatsu if it never comes out.
Right.
Look at this. Claire sacrificing some efficiency with the 2-mon cut in favor of holding the Dora, and it's going to get rewarded here.
Yep. Draws the 8 pin.
Which
Then
shape
we're
is...
gonna drop the 6.
Yeah, deciding between 6, 7 and 3, 4.
Right.
They look
Home.
kind of close.
Yeah, similar to what we can see anyway. See, Jin calls the white. We're still 2 away. Now 1 away.
Steve maybe had thoughts of 7, 8, 9 Sanchoku, but this late in the game, looks like we're probably just aiming to find any sort of tempai.
Yeah, about halfway through now, so things gotta get scary. And now Jin is ready. 5-8. 5-8 pin.
Stevie Shunten now still holding out for that Dora draw, but if he gets tempai and has to jam, 8-pin will deal in. Like here. Is he worried enough about this 8-pin that he doesn't do it? It's just his points encourage him to fight.
No.
Dom.
Yep.
I think if the point situation was different, he
Might have folded instead.
Yeah, not necessarily fold.
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
Play for the Dora draw, maybe even cut.
Yeah, cut the 9 pin, play for the Dora draw, and then look for a Tongi that.
But this point situation is just a screaming fight. Fight for any points that you can
Claire, red and east. Anko's in hand.
What? Oncode? I was looking at Steve's hand when you said that, and you said red and east. I'm like, okay, she's got 2 pairs.
No, red and east Anko in hand.
That is crazy. COD? No, just gonna hold it for now.
We'll hold it for now. All right. Well, I mean, the dealer's hand is nice too. I mean, let's not.
Yeah, it's fun. All right, here we go. This is one of those rare times I want to see the Chun Diamond Con. Oh, that's tempting. That's a Dora. That will be enough for second place.
Yep. Makes sense. We'll just. Because we're not going to catch first with one hand. Unless we. I don't even think with a Yakuman you can catch first. So second's the best you're going to do here.
This is actually an awkward chi because it leaves you on a Tonki. You can't drop the Chun.
Yeah, can't drop the Chun. Exactly. But we can always find a better Tonki, so.
That's right. Or just win on
Oh,
the
doesn't
final game
matter.
itself.
Doesn't matter.
All right, a
There's
rare
my phone
70 fu
door.
hand.
4,500.
It's a good one to memorize.
That'll bring, yeah, 30, 32. That'll be nice.
So once again, Jen, a repeat performance of the first game of the series, plus 46.7. With that big first place, she will climb even further in the standings. Well, I guess still fourth, I believe, but so close to passing Barry and Matthew. Claire will take the positive score, improving her position in the standings. Rachel, a minor third, and Steve, taking the big hit, will drop out of the positives a little bit closer to that relegation zone. Jen has been definitely enjoying playing at this table.
See, just checking the games here, see if anything's been going on around the league. I think somebody pointed out that somebody in A2, Barry in A2 took his first fourth just now.
Oh no,
First
Barry
fourth of the
holding out for
season.
the ladder award again. Was very
Yep.
close to it last season, just dominated in B1 and was running a full undefeated season again. And that's actually two players now, Mason and Barry both, who lost their undefeated undefeated mark. I guess I wonder if anyone is still alive in the standings. Let me check. A1,
Yeah,
everyone's got a fourth. Everyone's got a fourth
looks
in
like
A2. Same for B1. Anybody alive?
don't think so. I think that was just I think it was only the two.
Okay, as we get into the lower divisions, we still have some players. B2, Ryan J, 0 fourth places. B3, Yun, Z, and Zhenhao both.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's two in B3. Yep.
And that's Yun with 16 games played, so he's through the majority of the season. And then in C1, Eric N, DFW Eric, is also fourthless. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they can maintain that throughout the remainder of the season. I got my first fourth out of the way very, very early on, so I didn't have to worry about that at all. No pressure.
Exactly. Actually, I think I got my first fourth this season quite late. I was getting a lot of seconds for like a while, and then all of a sudden I started getting like thirds and fourths.
Okay, let's see. Well, they're on break. Maybe we can hop in to another game.
Yeah, let's see what we got going on here.
We could join the other A2 table.
A2, yeah, that sounds good. We'll join the other. I think most of the, other than the B table, I think all the rest of them are A tables.
All right, this is actually a little bit relevant. It's Alfred and Amy, and Barry and Kaz. Some of those names that we see up here at the top. Amy, Barry, up at the top. Alfred at 7th place overall, not too far off, and Kaz in the positives. So a very relevant game in terms of the overall standings. And we're getting to that point in the season, session 4, second half of the season, where you're actually looking pretty closely at those standings. Let's see if we can get
Yeah,
some
it's a
sounds.
good time to take a look and figure out where you lie in the overall standings and figure out your game plan for the last 8 games. Decide if you need to take a risk or if you just need to chill and not do anything stupid.
For these players, well, another contender is joined up at the top, so maybe you can't rest too easily. We join
See,
with Kaz Tempai on a Toy Toy, hitting East Tonki.
East Tonki with one out, so 2 in the wall somewhere.
It is double tone that might discourage people from discarding it. However, it's just buried in the wall. That's the main reason why it hasn't come out yet. Ooh, and when will
Anybody-
Alfred choose to con, if at all?
Nobody else is in Tempai yet.
No.
We're getting down to the
Come.
last couple draws, although that I think does.
Reach.
Yep. 3, 6. Oh,
I can't actually tell which game of the series this is for these players because they all have a different number.
ooh, we could call that into Tempai, but we'd have to drop the Tsumo, which would deal in. Decides to not do that.
Tumon or Tuso?
Well, Tsumo is Furry 10.
Good point.
Just in case.
Oh no!
Oh!
Oh, that's
Every time you say it, it's like, well, this is Furry 10, so
Yeah,
we'll switch it just in case, and then you draw it. Like,
oh man. Well, that's okay. Ryukyoku found for both players. There's a reach stick to Honba. Haku is the new Dora, one held by the dealer, the other are in the wall.
yep. Pair of East across the way. Most likely you would call that. Most our hand is almost ready to go already. So I guess we're missing. No, we got a 4. We got 4, so pair. So we could call East for sure.
And even if we didn't, headless is totally fine.
Yeah.
It just means that you can wait Dora Tonki later.
Then Barry also has a lot of tiles we could draw to make this hand good. Is a good way to describe that hand. Do we drop the 9? Nope, we're gonna drop the 4.
Yeah, holding out for this is like a mega Gyeongkan shape. You got the 4 Mon acceptance, 4 pin, 6 pin, 8 pin, all accepted in that hand. Whereas the 4 pin gives you Ipenko, so you'd prefer to get that one.
Yeah, would prefer to get the 4, then drop the 7/9, I guess.
Yeah, get the Fred Sancho as well.
Could drop west here. Yep. Dealer.
Yeah, problematic here, right? You've still got 3 difficult honor tiles in your hand, and
Yeah. I don't know about the 6 drop. I may have kept the 6.
リーチ
oh no, the reach comes out, but these honor tiles aren't all safe.
Nope. Well, west is safe. Ooh, wait, is that no, not quite ready for Barry, but he drew another good tile.
It's a sneaky weight. These are the weights I like to have, but so infrequently get. 1 pin feels like it could come out pretty easily, especially if Barry drops it here. Or drops the 2 pin, makes it 1 chance. He'll play for the wider shape instead.
Yeah, just gonna play the efficient cut, I think. Eight. I don't think we can call that. Well, we draw it anyway.
Kind of tempting to fight.
ドン
And that will
Chooses the wrong one. Yep. Ooh, and the too.
Yeah, we're never surprised when we see Amy hit Uda. Just recall that one season where she averaged 1 Uda per Richie win.
Well, that'd be nice.
That's like my main lasting thought of Amy. Whenever I see Amy, the first thing I think is, that's right. Uda 1.0. When she reaches, don't deal in.
But she Richies don't deal it because you will be paying extra.
Yeah, it's not just the Richie and whatever's in the hand.
Okay.
G.
Yep,
Ooh,
calls.
let's go. So we could consider this Atosuke on the tune, but we could also just say it's Honitsu.
Right. That's a couple options, so we'll go ahead and call.
And you get to choose which way you want to play it after you call the tune as well.
Mm-hmm.
If it's later in the hand and you don't think you have time to force the Honitsu, you just cut the 3 pin or 6 pin.
Another. Okay. Who's gonna draw their tiles first?
Yeah.
Everyone's looking.
It's kind of like Alfred versus Amy in terms of Honitsu. There's a 7 pin, and that might encourage the 6060 cut if that gets called.
G.
Yeah. Yep. Makes sense.
Pon.
There we go. 3, 6. One of each showing, and then an extra 3 in the hand. So pretty. Oh no, we have 2 of the 6s already.
Gee.
So 6s are dead, and 3s. One extra 3 in the wall. It's actually not an amazing weight here.
There's just
And we
one
know
win in the wall.
we know it's mostly dead.
Alfred's making the move for Honitsu of his own, so it's going to be slightly more expensive. There's 9 pin though. Now that's a terrifying tile.
Mm-hmm.
Show him play 9 pin. Oh, he draws the last 3. How is this possible? Maybe he doesn't want to push either tile and just. Oh no, okay, the 9 pin's coming out, which means the 3's gonna come out soon too.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say the 9 is safer.
with 2 Dora, you certainly want to fight for your hand.
Yeah.
I feel like it's coming out
Yep.
here.
That's
Oh.
probably. Ooh, I'm surprised.
Oh, and then Amy switches. Alfred has a chance now.
Because the 2-5 looks better.
It does, and it just is.
It is.
Little does she know that Alfred has had. Oh no, he draws the 2.
Oh.
Wait, he can dodge. He can dodge now.
Yep. You could dodge with
1 mon or 5-4. Yeah, 1-1. Okay.
1. Yep.
It's 50-10, but at least you're not dealing in, right? Either of those tiles could.
Nine. Yep. 9 is fine. North. Actually, is there any norths out? I don't see any norths.
Yeah, I think Cass just has to give it up.
Ooh, yeah. Seems like the sort of tile somebody would wait on. West is safe though. We can get rid of that.
It passed before, but there was a Tadashi, so she could have swapped weights, and yeah, Alfred's just off of it. It's still Ishanten, though. He could still somehow find Tempai again. Alright, looks like it's not happening.
Nope.
Barry did manage to find Tempai, though, so it will be 1500 for both Amy and Barry.
Yep, good defensive play there.
Solid. Alfred hanging on to both dealer and tiles for as long as he could.
Mm-hmm.
And did manage to dodge. Well, not so bad here for Amy.
Amy, yeah. No pair, but other than that, very nice. Might even consider calling that.
G.
Yep. Will needs the 6 now.
I think it's kind of close.
Boom.
I might pass this one. It's so early in the hand,
Mm-hmm.
but certainly understandable to call it. I mean, get a repeat. And
Yeah, your other shapes are pretty good. You're just missing the pair. So, but I could see passing it too.
mm-hmm.
Especially
No,
your
our pair.
well, I mean the score line's pretty close here, so you could also just go I just need any hand here. Get some points, get a dealer repeat. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it works out.
Yeah, the other interesting aspect of making this call and then making the cuts that you have You're kind of signaling that you have the tune.
Oh well. Now you know where 3 of the 6s are, so now you're kind of not feeling so good.
Yikes.
Now you're going, how can I salvage this hand? Because now I'm probably not getting the last 6. So now I'm gonna probably have to try for a Honitsu. Would be the next closest.
Yeah, seems like a fair attempt. And
Mm-hmm.
chances are Kaz is gonna just finish this hand out before you get that opportunity, but at least it looks
Mm-hmm.
scary, and maybe you can get him to bail. Oh, there's the last 6.
G.
Back in business.
Back in business. Drop the 4. Yep. Now we just need 2 or 5, and we wait north, Tonki.
No. Wrong 2.
Doesn't matter. Just Benfu.
They're not taking any risks against a dealer hand that looks like it could be scary.
South 3, still pretty close. Could be anyone's game.
Barry has the Hatsu pair and a Dora to draw around. On the right, Kaz can draw towards the Dora, holding the 8 mon. Reasonable shapes as well. Alfred across the table. Pifu type hand. Chipinfu. On the left, Amy, similar. Might have that
Could be
Itsu
going.
again.
Yeah, it could be going Itsu again.
The Pinzu seem to be drawn to Amy. In this game, at least.
Harry uncles up the green dragon. But other than that, needs something to tell us which tile we need to drop.
This is one of those spots where I wonder if we con the Hatsu. Just for the draw. And because our shapes are bad, we might say we have to open our hand anyway. So why not get the 16 fu instead of the 8?
Yeah.
Create a little value for ourselves later.
Yeah. We could also just if we draw it, hold on to it for a little bit, drop something.
Yeah, normally I would
about
not
it.
advocate for Diamond Con, but okay. Two away.
Amy is now looking for a 9 for that Itsu.
Those are relatively live. 2 left. Cause holding on to this Ishan 10 on the right. That also, oh, that's not the draw for tempo we wanted.
No. I guess we'll take it, but
Yeah, I'm tempted to just throw it back. The 3 pin did come out earlier though, so it is 50-10 on the 4 pin draw. But it's like, it's okay. Oh, wait a second.
what's 5?
Ha.
Well, the 8 pin is no.
Yeah, I think Alfred's saying, or rather, Kaz is saying that he doesn't need this 9 for his hand now, and he wants to have a safe tile against a dealer reach.
Ah, yeah. I see.
Oh, hang on a second. Amy drew the 9 pin Damaten Itsu. Dora 1, waiting on that 8. So if Kaz draws the 8 pin specifically, I guess he's not going to do that.
There's one of the 8s.
Could be called for Tempai.
G.
That was not the way I was thinking, but
I guess that works.
yeah, that's Senpai. Ooh, Barry.
Each.
Sick drawn Tempai. We'll
Gonna fight?
slam.
Yep, we're gonna fight.
And then just after Kaz dropped a save tile too, so now it's a rough defense. Is 8 still the best play? Okay, comes out. Alfred's like, man, if only I'd reached.
8 so doesn't deal in.
And Alfred's just off of this. Don't want to fight against this dealer.
リーチ
Oh no, Amy's gonna swap weights and deal in.
Dong.
Ipatsu. We're looking at Mangan Plus. No, so just the 12,000 points. I say just. That's a crushing blow for Barry.
Yep, South 3, Dealer Mongon. That's can't get too much better than that. Well, I mean, I guess you could, but you're pretty happy with what you
Yeah,
got.
of course, of course.
I mean, you could always get a Dealer Yakumon in South 3. I mean,
I wouldn't complain with that either. You know, I'm really hoping that tomorrow I get a Dealer Yakumon. Doesn't matter which round it's in. Oh, that reminds me, I have to check out that that one hand later on. Not so bad for Barry here. Okay, that improves our odds of getting Tanya dramatically.
yeah. I think Alfred is got the best hand here.
Very whitey Shantan. Barry's making an argument though.
Yeah.
He heard you
Quickly.
saying that. It's like, hang on a second, just watch me draw.
Yeah. And now we don't need the 2-pin. That's already once cut. But we'll drop a more dangerous tile now.
Really trying to force usage of this Dora. Oh my goodness, what are these
Yeet.
draws?
There we go.
Just fill the Dora Kanchan, how about?
Yep. 2-5-pin. Not as live as you would think.
Yeah, one of each of the 2/5 so in the wall. The worse. Alfred, depending on what he draws, he might just choose to fight. Because he's pretty close to first place too. Now, if Barry wins his hand, he will not be close to first place. Oh no, 4 is not a good tile. Yeah, that's going to be enough to convince him to be off of this.
Mm-hmm.
At least work around it a little bit. 8 so 9 so first. Maybe he draws a Dora.
9. No. Yeah, 9 is safe, so we'll. Yep, that makes sense. 6 so. East is twice cut, so we're pretty safe with that.
Yeah, it goes with a 7, so I think we can still cut.
Yeah, 7 is also safe, so
Yeah.
we're just looking. We're trying to get better tiles here.
Yeah, but that implies that he's really just off of this.
Yeah, there we go. See, well,
Tsumo.
Oh, Barry finds it. All right. Just Tsumo, as they say. Richi, Tsumo, Pin, Dora, Tanyao,
Tanyao.
and... Why not?
there
Why
it
not
is.
hit Nuda? For the full 18,000 points.
We're over 60,000. We're over double our starting points now.
It's so sad that I'm demoting from A1 because I'd really like it to have the chance to play against Barry. It looks like he's well on his way to making it up there.
Ooh, another decent dealer hand here. If we can just draw something that'll connect to one of our pin tiles.
Yeah, South now starting to get collected around the board. One in each of the players' hands except for Kaz, who honestly is probably better off for it. Because it's not going to slow him down at all. Alfred
Well,
playing
yeah, hold the 3.
playing the Junchan game, Chanta, Junchan. Both of them will allow you to, rather, Chanta allows you to use the Dora, which is reasonable. Yeah, just cutting the 6-pin. He's locked in on this hand.
Yeah, we'll commit to the outside hand.
Oh, that's a great draw towards Dora Tonki. And if you Dama this, you can probably snipe one of these Souths. Does Amy get rid of it right here, right now? No. Still hangs on. There's not much use for it in this hand now.
Yeah, Barry already got rid of his at the end of row 1, decided it was too dangerous to hold on to. In a hand where I already have my pair.
Mm-hmm. I'm a wider Ishanten. Playing from the lead, can afford to lose some points. Looking at a 51.1 point first place right now. That
Ooh,
Tsumo draw.
Kaz getting pretty close here, right?
Absolutely, Shantan.
Got the 8-9.
Well, that would be Tempai.
G.
It's
Yeah.
a little sad. Just get 39 here, but
4.
Oh, just at the right time.
absolutely. Oh, wait, there's a 2 home box. And there's a load of food because of that one so. So that one so Anko and the fact that it was pair weight. So that
Yeah,
will
52.
be 52. Yeah, right. I don't feel so sad about that anymore.
Yeah, feels pretty good. Kaz with an excellent high pie here.
Yeah, is this the high pie to get us over 30k? Certainly feels like it could be. It's
Yeah. But I want it now, though. I don't want it in like
all
5
right, all right.
turns.
Here,
There
here's
we
a
go.
7 so. Here's...
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
リーチ
Oh my goodness, Alfred just gets there first. Okay, hang on a second. 5-8
Right.
pin versus
What could be a 2-5-8 pin.
cosplaying for the
Just,
Tanya.
just needs a 4 or a 7.
Oh, punished. It's okay. 8-month fight. 8-month fight. Yeah, you can 4 pin here, but 8-month fight. 5, 6, 7.
I was like, I think you do 4 pin there, I think.
I was expecting the 4 pin on the previous cut, actually.
Now you've got 4 tiles you can pair up, right?
Yeah. And even if you just draw the sequence instead, you're still pretty happy.
Right. Three. Ooh, that's interesting.
Best draw for Kaz right now, the 4 so.
つも
Oh, it doesn't matter. Wow, how did that not win? Alfred just faster. It's incredible that it was possible for someone else to be faster. That will end the game. That Tsumo confirms second place and a positive finish for Alfred, plus 11.5. Barry, plus 45.4. We have seen only, out of all the A2 games, only 45 or more points for first place, which means you're getting 55,000. Nope, 55,000 plus. In this case, 60,000 for Barry. Incredible. And that means Barry is our new A2 division leader with a plus 190.5.
Right. Let's see what's going on.
I'm hesitating just a little bit to see if this table's planning to play any more.
Yeah. All I see right now is the other A2 table started.
Which I absolutely do not mind watching more of because
It's been exciting.
what a classy table that is.
Mm-hmm.
But we did give them 2 games, so I want to give this table the opportunity for the same.
Right.
It looks like they may not be playing. I'll check the chat and make sure that nobody's urgently posting, we're just on break. Yeah, I don't see it. So maybe we just head to that other table for the final.
Head back to, I think that's game 3 for them, I think.
Oh, game 3? So they might be playing all 4. We might just get the full group. All right, let me Let me see how we're doing over there.
Check the game results real quick. No, just the game we just watched. So I think we're coming up on the end here.
All right, we joined the game in South 3. And, okay, Rachel's popping off in this one. 50,000 points. Are we going to have another plus 45 game? Steve with the Ricci. Three-sided with 6 of the winning tiles already in hand. That's very amusing.
All right, sorry about that. Let's see what we got going on here.
Tsumo.
Oh, Rachel does Tsumo. Tanya ends this hand and we're sent to all last.
All last with Rachel. Another big first possibility here.
Pom.
Oh,
I heard a poem. Let's see what happened. Oh, Steve.
there we go.
Okay, we're back on table 5. And as you said, game number 3.
2 wants 1,000.
All right, I'm scanning around for best hand. Outside of
Steve,
Steve's callable hand, I'm thinking.
yeah, did call, but he needs more than 1,000 here to get into second. So
Yeah, this is definitely a Renchan. I guess 1500 does it, right?
1,500.
As dealer. But you get to go again, right? You get to go again. That's the important
Oh
part.
yeah, that's right. You're a dealer, right? Right. Sometimes I forget that fact. That
Well, the unfortunate thing is after he calls this, it's
Chi.
Tempai. He's got to drop the Dora.
let's see. Other than the dealer, we got. I guess Rachel could also
Yeah,
make this hand work.
currently headless, but lots of candidates for a head.
Uh-huh.
Jen drew into the double south. Might be able
Yeah,
to
drew into double south, but the rest of the hand seems like it'd be a little slow.
work in progress. Oh, three-sided shape for Rachel now. Cuts away from the pin block. Upper pin block, that is.
Yeah, there's a couple of sixes and nines already out. Of course, there's also a couple of ones already out, but oh, there we go. Dealer has Tempai on 1 mon 8. So
Yeah, shifting it
which
up
is
a little bit.
1 each left.
Oh no! Steve was holding out for that one pin draw so that he could get Chanta. But then decided that the Shabaway was better. And immediately afterwards draws the one pin. Unfortunate. Yeah. But as long as he wins the hand, it's okay. I think Claire has figured out that the upper so's are dangerous because, why would you cut 6 so and then 9 so from hand? It's very odd.
Pom.
Jin passed the first south, but is going to call the second south. And then that is not quite Tempai yet. That is Tempai 5-8. So Jin could snipe it here.
Yeah, 8 so from Claire would be double run. She's Tempai. But she has to drop the 8, so do you
Eight, so
take
was
this
the double
straight?
roan?
It does come out. And someone doesn't have their
No.
armor on. Well, there we go. You get that hesitation. You're like, wait a second, why isn't it winning? Oh, someone else can also win. So Steve with the 1,500 points. Jen will take 3,900 as well. It's not showing up for me, but
I had a weird, or probably the people at my table had a weird table the other day where I was in Ricci and I disconnected just for like a little bit, and then like the one tile that came out when I was disconnected was my winning tile,
oh, that's so
and
unfortunate.
and like everyone was like, I was wondering why it was taking so long to move on.
Well, I think this is also taking too long to move on, so let's refresh. That double roach crashed the server. That's okay. We can rebuild into this game. And well, that puts Steve into second place. That also puts Jen very close to overtaking Claire, and Jen has double south again.
Double south again.
Let's see, the gap between those two is 3,100 points, and there's a home boss that's effectively 2,800.
Yep. Steve has a Dora in hand and a really nice looking hand. Might be able to win another one here. Could make a dealer run here and make it into first.
That is a pretty monstrous hand for Claire, though. If she wins exactly Mongon, it will be exactly 30,000 points. I think Steve starts with 2 pin. Oh, 6
with
pin.
300, the 300 homba, yep.
I guess he's already cut the 8 pins, so the Sanchoku try is not very live. But oh, this might backfire. Now this 2 pin deals in. 2 pin should be safer than the 6 usually, but not in this case. Rachel will steal it away. Not enough to change position, though. Rachel confirms a big first place, plus 43. It's only 40s. It's only 40s. Rachel plus 43.8. Steve takes the minus 4.1 second. Claire minus 30.3 third. And Jen does take a fourth here, but has like tripled that loss in terms of gains in the first 2 games of the series. So then we are all set up for a very exciting conclusion to this series.
And yep, it looks like they did just go right into the 4th game. So
all right, we'll
should be popping up here in a minute.
Get a refresh of the games and have a look at the standings in the meantime. Jen's the one who's been claiming the most off of this table, but in fact, I'm not sure if anyone else at the table is positive. Maybe Rachel. Maybe Rachel's still a little positive here. After that big first place.
looks like there was a Yakuman earlier in that game.
Oh, was there? Is that what happened? Did we miss another Yakuman?
Yeah, Rachel got a Suanko.
Okay, we've got to check that out then.
That's why she was way far in the lead.
Oh man, we were on the wrong game apparently. We should have stuck with this series.
Yeah, East 3.
Crazy. I'm gonna find that log to pull up later.
Yeah, we'll have to look at the two Yakuman we missed. Well, that would do it. Yeah, there was the first hand was a Mongon, the second hand was a Hanuman, and the third hand was a Yakuman.
Kind of ends the sequence, so you can't do. I mean, double Yakuman.
And then all the hands after. And then all the hands after that were like all one Han, 2 Han hands. Everyone's like, nope, we're done.
That's hilarious. Oh goodness. All right, well, we're not done yet. We've got more. There's the gong. There's the game start. Game 4, final of this series.
All right, starting hand. Nothing particularly juicy. The dealer, I think, has the best hand here. Claire has the most options anyway.
Certainly Pretty average for the rest of the table. Rachel's doing all right. On the right.
Isadora, 3-pin Dora. Got one in Steve's hand there.
With a chance to accept a second. There's
Chance to
Dora.
accept a second. And look, well, everyone has Dora acceptance, so that's always fun.
I mean, that's especially noticeable in these
Ooh,
upper
another
division games. You're always going to see players keeping tiles that give you the option to retain Dora, even if it up to the point where it
Yeah.
sacrifices too much efficiency.
Well, everyone started with Dora acceptance.
Yeah,
that's
so
always...
that certainly helps. And wow, these
Ooh.
Onko draws. So Rachel has all 4 of the 5 mon.
All 4 5s and an Anko of 9s. Well, technically that's 999, 3 5s, and then 5 6 7.
Right.
So very interesting.
So if she draws the 8, then she can con.
Yeah, draw the 8, you con. Well, maybe not, because now you have a 3, so now you need an 8 and a 4, and then you're just on your way to Chinitsu. That's all.
Right, it's easy. Oh, there's the 8.
Oh,
That's actually Tempai.
Drop the
That's
4.
Tempai
Yeah.
and the 4.
Yeah, drop the 4.
I like waiting here. No need to reach this.
Yeah, it's like, no, I want more.
We
I
can
want
do
more.
better.
Yeah.
By the way, Steve did better. He drew the 3-pin again. So Ishanten for Sanchoku Dora
Each.
Ooh, that's
2.
also Tenpai there. Well, there's
Other
yeah, we're just doing
ones.
Shinitsu. Here we go.
All right, get your Chinitsu training on, folks.
Chi.
We're about to have a challenge on our hands. Steve will call into Tempai. This is a 4-pin wait. Four pin because the 1 pin is not a Yaku. Oh, here we go. I should have turned weights off so it wasn't as apparent.
3s. So 4. I think 4 still wins.
Yeah, 4-7.
4 7. What about 9?
I shouldn't be able to.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's just 4 7.
Actually, having a quad in your hand kind of makes it easier.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, we have to treat. Oh, there's the 1 pin that's not going to deal in. That's not the one with the Yaku. 4 pin has, what, none left in the wall? So Steve is drawing dead. He recognizes that the pin tiles are bad. Otherwise, he might try to toss it out for a better shape. How's the 5-8 pin doing? 2 in the wall. Rachel calls off. No con for fun. Okay, you draw Dora, swap to a much wider shape. Oh no, the Dora, the 4th Dora, and that's gonna deal in. Sanshoku Dora 4 for Steve. Off of that, Shinichi Tenpai for Rachel.
I mean, what are you gonna do? You have Chinitsu Tenpai.
Right?
I mean, what yeah.
You just
And they just happen to have all of the Dora? Come on.
Crazy. And Steve just drew that 3-pin. They were in the same 4-tile block in the wall. Insane. And now, well, Rachel has a hand to come back with. I mean, perhaps it starts with a Tanya, but certainly repeatable.
Yeah, this could be a couple of different things, depending on what order we draw things in here.
Let's see.
Other hands.
Pretty average for Steve. Pretty average for Jen.
Pretty average all around here, I think.
Yeah. So we've got the callable for dealer and everyone else is building.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel actually is going to have a little bit of difficulty finding these tiles to call, though. The 4-pin, pretty well locked up. 2-pin as well. The 3-pin, there's just none left in the wall. So maybe this has to be a Cheetoy in order to win.
Yeah. That was one of the options. But so far hasn't been drawing anything that tells you what you need.
That's big. Yeah. Getting the 2-pin.
Yeah. Toy or Tanya now.
Now, the question is, where are the Dora? We've got one in Steve's hand, but Rachel could make use of a lot of Dora right now.
Hmm.
Well, not giving Steve any easy choices here. Goes with the 9-8 pin.
Yeah, a couple tough choices here.
Oh, straw. Three-sided weight,
There's
but only 2 of them can win.
yeah, so 4-7 Mon again for Rachel.
Less value, but hopefully wins. The outcome is better at least this time around. I mean, I'm not seeing any Dwarf War hands, so there's not going to be dealer reach to fight against.
Just draw Dora. Just draw Dora. That's fine. Just draw Dora. That's all I need. Tanya Dora to as dealer.
Stevie
Ooh, although the 3 so that helps.
Yeah, Jenny Shantan. 3 so is pretty big because now Jen can have 5, 6, 7 Sanchoku.
Right. Ooh, and the 4.
Kinda Iranai.
Oh yeah, decides to not do that.
Okay, slight improvement here. I'm looking for the Sanchoku. It's not quite there.
地
That is
Ishun.
yeah.
Chi.
I was gonna say Tenpai, but I'm like, no, it's not. Never mind. Everyone's in Ishan 10, I think.
Yeah, Steve calls in to Atosuke Tenpai.
地
I'm
Yeah,
not
it could be
Atosuke, it's
Tanya.
Keishiki Tenpai, but you can shift this towards Sanchoku.
Yeah, Jen is now ready for Tanya,
ロン
but instead Rachel's gonna get the Tanya and on the Dora, so we'll get the double Dora for 48 or 5800.
Mm-hmm. So that
You
sort
can
of
get a
evens things out a little bit. I guess more even than it had been previously.
get the repeat in this hand. Could be better, could be worse.
Yeah, pretty average. Chun comes out. That's an interesting sign, and Steve still retains his as he has Dortonki plans. Claire, how do you feel about this Chun? We'll hold on to it for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think a little bit longer.
That one does have a rather. Her hand has a pretty confirmed pair, so the Chun a little less useful here, but you're not losing that too much holding onto it here.
Yeah, one's already out, so it's already
ポン
like way less scary. We can maybe drop it a little bit later.
Now she might drop it, given that Steve has called the Yokai, and indeed it comes out.
Yeah, makes sense. Seems like a good time to get rid of it. Rachel's now one away from Tenpai.
And then you see it come out from Steve's hand. You're like, yeah, he was dreaming.
Yeah.
Good timing. Of course, Claire also.
Ooh, do we go for the? Yeah, we are gonna try to go for Sanshoku here for Rachel.
Love it. Also, this is really flexible, right? We drop the 1 mon. We could be 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4, depending on which draw into Tenpai we receive.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's why it's so good that we drop 1 1 1 1 instead of West West.
Yeah.
Good spot.
Jin picks up the 1. That's Itsu
Riichi.
possibility. Well, 2 away from Itsu there. Turns out we're going to be doing 2, 3, 4.
Love it. Cannot lose.
We want the 4, so there's one of them.
Tsumo
Does not
oh,
lose.
there it is. There it is. Last 4, so draws it. Ipatsu and Ura.
Oh my goodness. Well, Rachel's on her way to another plus 40. This table has only seen plus 40 from first place. It was Jen twice, and now
Mhm.
Rachel's on her
Now
way.
looking like Rachel twice, and then we swapped off for a couple games, and they also were getting plus 40.
Right?
It's been a crazy night. It's been a big night for some people.
Tom.
Yeah, 8-2 division has just been wild this evening. Oh, there's
Oh
double
wow!
Tom. I mean, this is Suanko Dianshanten. It's also Chitoi Ishanten, but we don't talk
Yes,
about that.
yeah. Suanko, Chitoi, Sananko, Toy Toy. Yeah, you got a little bit of everything.
What a sad draw. There we go. One so cut. Let's go.
No, I was like, no way.
And Claire aiming for Honitsu. This Forso comes out. You could just call for Toy Toy.
Yeah,
Yeah, not Rachel. Rachel already won a Suanko in this series.
That's the first one. We're
Right?
gonna pass the first one. The next thing that drops, we might consider calling it. We got time.
This East probably gets held.
It's only row one. We got time.
So the real question is, if Rachel draws, say, 8 Mon, does she just take the Tempai, or does she go for a little bit more?
Well, we've also got Mahjong Jin over here. No wait, sorry, that's not Jin. That's Steve going for 9 gates, right? Right. That's what that
Absolutely.
is, right? Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Tom.
Just a casual 9 gates. So everything's fine.
If you're gonna get gates, why not get 9 of them?
And then Claire's going for Sosushi, and everyone's going for Yakuman. It's fine.
Meanwhile, Jen just sitting here with Richi Pinfu or Richi Nomi.
that means they'll
Oh
probably
my
win.
goodness! Here's so
So good.
East.
Richi.
Oh, that's good. So Rachel's not gonna get too crazy here.
No. I already got my Yakuman for the night. I'm out.
Just a casual Richi double tone possible
Each.
Sanako. Oh, Steve's gonna fight. He's gonna say no to 9 gates, but yes to Richi door 2 with potentially Peiko.
Door 2, Ipeiko. Yep.
Nothing but expensive hands at this table. Dora draw immediately. All right, Claire's out.
Yep. I think that's it. Yep.
Tsumo.
Ipatsumo.
Oh.
Steve says, I can do it. I can do it with the 4s. Ura 2, another Hanuman. We're just finding all the death tiles. And that's going to change position. Now it's Steve's turn.
Steve's turn to be in first place. It's a large return if we can finish it off. But it is only East 3. There's still quite a few rounds left to play here. Anything could happen.
You usually expect, 1 or 2 big hands in a game. It's East 3, and we've had a monster, not just one, multiple monster Tempais every single hand. Now let's see what Steve can put together here. Looking for the door draw. Has sort of the outline of a 2-3-4 Sanchoku, but it's very unlikely in this particular scenario. Interesting Jin cutting the Tsumo.
Ooh, good draw for Steve there. And Claire, probably going to hang on to that for now. Another 6-0. Drop the 2-4 Mon. No, we're going to drop the 8-9 pin.
Yeah, we've got a Totnyel shift, so that seems worthwhile.
Yeah, you're missing out on the door acceptance, but you're picking up Tanyo instead.
Yeah, 1 for 1. And if we do draw the Dora later, we could just hang on to it and drop the 4 pin. It is slightly worse for us, though.
Right.
Rachel eyeing up that 7-8-9, but does need to find an 8, so that's the limiting factor right now in that.
Claire's getting close. Does finish 4-5-6. That's Ishanten for the dealer. Does that 5 help? Guess it could.
Kinda.
It could. I don't think it does right now, but it could help.
Not losing too much to cut this 4 pin, anyway.
Yeah, we had too many pairs anyway, so. Two mon doesn't help because the 3 mon is our pair. 1. Do we want
Peach.
that? I don't think. I guess we will do
I
that.
mean, we don't want it, but it's Tempai, so
Yeah.
we'll take it. We'll take it, but we're not happy until we Ipatsu. Then we're
Yeah,
Chi.
we're dealer. We're in Tempai. It's time to reach.
yeah. Riichi Pinfu. Rachel will break. Rather, Claire will break the Ipatsu. Not really sacrificing safe tiles. Three pin, 4 pin, kind of dangerous. We do
See, how we
sacrifice the
looking?
draw though.
How we looking on tiles here? 3s are in people's hands. 6s, there's 1 indicator and 1 dropped, so there's 2 6s live.
With Rachel dropping 5 pin, 5 pin, 5 pin, the 3 pin actually looks pretty safe here. Even the 6 pin's not so bad.
Chi.
Rachel might play for this with the 3 pin right here.
Yep.
Dong.
Okay, so Riichi Pinfu. Ura.
Chipinfu.
Oh,
All right, that's an interesting high pie.
it's a Hypai that screams Honitsu, but we don't really have the proper blocks for it. And the Dora suit is our worst suit, so we'll see what comes out of this. Maybe in the Pinzu.
Yeah, 6. Yeah.
So
Of course, we also have Rachel also has a Honitsu looking hand there.
I might end up just being Chanta, I guess.
Could be. Oh yeah, could be Chanta too. Yeah. that's true.
Peach.
Or a fold.
Or yeah.
Wow, that's 3-sided on turn
Well, that
2.
yeah. Turn 2, 3-sided weight, 1, 4, 7.
Where the 4 and the 7 give Tanya as well. Riichi Pinfu Tanya. Rachel's hand was looking like potential manga on Yakuhai, Dora, Chanta as well. You can still kind of play for this with 9 pin, cut some of these Yakuhai, or honor tiles in general.
Yeah, we got another 8 we can get rid of. There's a north.
Walls
That is Yakuhai for us.
encouraging a fight here.
Tsumo.
Oh, that's expected. 3-sided weight. Will Tsumo on the cheap side though. Hits the Uda, but lose out on a little bit of points, so that's huge for Claire though, as it will bring her back into 3rd place by 100 points. So finally, someone other than Rachel or Steve winning a hand.
Yep. Gonna
Oh,
put us
like
into East 4.
There was no draw, so I was looking at the hand on the right and said, "Hang on a second. There's no discard. We gotta refresh this one."
There we go. Okay, green pair up, but kind of awkward because it's the door indicator.
Hey, at least it didn't come out already, so there is a chance.
There's a chance.
Maybe.
I guess it could be our pair because we have 4 9s, so you know.
Yeah, we're doing that again, huh?
Worst case scenario, we can just use it as our pair, I guess.
We can think about Chanta as well.
Could think about Chanta here, yeah.
What is going on the right? 4 mon pair, 5 mon pair, 6 mon pair, 7 mon
7
pair.
mon pair.
Okay.
And an 8 floater.
Is this the start to another Manzuchinitsu?
Chi.
Oh, that Chi shifted the draw order to draw the Chun. That's pro gaming right there.
So that is Chanta. Is Red Dragon Door? No.
It
yeah,
is.
Red. Ooh, yeah, it is.
That's a spicy. Chanta,
Boom.
Yakuhai, door 2 or 3. The Mangon. Oh, we're not on dealer. Hold on a second. how somehow swapped when we weren't
Oh,
supposed to.
oops. Yeah.
That's okay. It's still a Mangan.
Yeah. I mean, it was the hand to look at.
That's right. And Hatsu comes out pretty naturally here, I think. The Chun a little less so, but Rachel certainly can't use it. Steve's hand is bad enough that he probably will just hold on to the Chun.
Rachel
Shit.
did call the 6 and the 5. So
We're going.
might just gonna go for Chinitsu now that we drew the 1. Could even be Chinitsu Toy Toy.
It's back.
So yeah.
And if Rachel is going the Chinitsu route, that means she could also hold Adora.
Yep. Okay. Well, half flush Toy Toy
Still a
also
Mangan.
works. Also works.
Mhm.
That's an awkward draw. Okay.
Claire's been on this tempai for so long.
I don't think we can call the South here
Adora?
unless we're
ポン
Play for Kaiten this early.
yeah. I guess we are, but seems like a long time.
It might just be due to the fact that oh,
Ooh, there's the red. Yeah, I think you fold this now.
so Jen called the non from Claire, which means Claire would have drawn the Chin.
Ooh.
Now that is another pro gamer move. We've seen two. Both of these critical calls ended up shifting who got the Dora. Oh, she drew the Hatsu too. That is insane.
Oh boy.
Now, if Steve drops the Genbutsu 3-pin, does Jen test the Hatsu? It's the 9, so...
I don't know. I'm in last place and I'm dealer. I might be tempted.
Right?
Tsumo.
Tsumo anyway!
But the last one,
Jen
no.
tried her best, but could not prevent the Mangan from coming through.
Well, we'll still be happy I didn't directly deal into
That's
the...
true. Now, 4,000 is a lot different than 8,000. And, well, that was the worst person for Jen to have Tsumo, but still, we are in South 1. Plenty of time to recover. That's a big win.
Lots of big hands, and Chin has North Onko and a pair of reds. Is it my turn? In the Dora suit.
Hmm.
We'll find out.
The one downside is the Chun.
Chun is Mochi Mochi. So, probably not coming out.
But that also does mean that, you know, Jen has maybe an advantage here if she goes Honitsu because
チ
she doesn't need the Chun to win. Whereas
Right,
if
don't
Claire
need it.
opens up, she would.
Oh, well, we got East for Rachel, but that doesn't help because we're South Round now. South Round, South Seat. Ooh, 1, 2, 3.
Nice Tempai. I think
Oh,
it's good enough
Chanta.
to take, yeah.
Yeah,
So
Chanta.
Pei
Easy.
Yakuhai, Chanta, Dora 1 would be 3
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, if the Forso comes out, I almost want to pass that.
Can we take it the 4?
We can because we have the Pei.
Oh, right. Yep. Pay is RZC. Yep. Yeah, you're right. I'd be tempted to pass the 4.
Every turn that passes is pushing me more and more to taking any win.
Right. Well, yeah. Like early, it's like I may pass, but if we end up getting to the end of the second row, then it's like nope, too late now. Got to take it.
This way is very live. 5 Taos Walled. Oh, that's a big draw for Stevie Shuntem. It fits into Rachel's hand, so Ishanten very wide.
4,
Headless.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
In fact, most draws, a lot of Tenpai draws involve cutting the east for Piku, but she could pair up any of these pin tiles.
Home.
Puts us into Tenpai for West. Yakuhai?
Tsumo.
Nope, Tsumo.
I mean,
And it
Tsumo.
was the Chanta. Yep.
So
There
40
it is.
Fu because of the Tsumo.
Well, that'll put everyone below 30k except for Steve.
And making the plus 40 increasingly likely.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, it just feels destined to happen.
But it does put the other 3 players fairly close together, considering there's at least 3 more hands.
Considering how many huge hands have been won, it's surprisingly close.
Mm-hmm.
Scanning the board for what I consider to be the best hand.
2, 3,
Probably dealer.
4. Yeah, dealer. For sure. We kind of want to hang on to this Dora, though, in the way our hand is shaping up right now.
Yeah, we have the blocks for 789 Sanjoku. If we consider the door itself to be a block. Ooh, nice Conchan fill. So Gen 2 away from Tenpai, and there's the 9 mon, so I think
There's the 9.
we're almost fully committed at this point. Obviously, we still have the 6-pin draw into Tenpai, which I think we would just slam, but
Yeah. Ricci as a dealer if we draw the 6 for sure. Ooh, the 5. Makes that hand interesting.
Ishanten. Perfect. Ishanten. Oh, there's the very sad 6-pin Shibodama. Wait 1 turn, perhaps?
Hmm.
The wait's not very good.
Yeah.
Each.
Well, that will encourage a Ricci. And Claire chooses the Shabo instead of the Diamond Weight. Ricci Nomi
Ricci.
versus Ricci with potential for pay. And Claire will say, okay, rather, Rachel will take this fight. Even with the
Yeah,
bad weight.
don't have any real good safe tiles to drop to not a clean folding route, so we'll just go ahead and fight.
Yeah, and it's almost easier to win now that someone else is Ricci. Oh, well, just draw the pay. That's unfortunate.
Long.
And it pays off for Claire, though. Uratsu! Boy, that was the correct weight for multiple reasons. Got the extra Yakuhai and the extra Ura for
Has every
Mangan.
hand this game been Mongon?
I'm starting to wonder
Almost.
that. Even the one
I
that
think
didn't
there's-
look like it was going to be Mangan hit Ura too.
I think there was like maybe one that was like 3,900 or something, but most of the hands this game have been Mongon plus, so nice and explosive. Anybody's game.
Yeah, I mean, when any hand could be a Mangan plus, it truly is anyone's game.
Mm-hmm. But for now, Steve is dealer, is in the first place position, does have a great high pie. Would like a few more points to secure that, considering everyone's been getting Mongons. Drop the East, yeah.
That looks like an Ishanten on the right for Chen, but it's not a very good one. Most of the Tenpai draws involve dropping a Dora, so I'm sure she's going to look for something better. Nope, that's Tenpai.
Well, yeah, just the one.
You could Dama? Or even cut 8-pin?
Yeah. I think 8-pin makes sense.
This gives you draws towards Itsu or just accepting another door of the 1-pin or 3-pin.
Right.
Or get this Tenpai. You might smash this one. You could even door
Ricci.
Tonki here.
Yeah, I'll say Dortonki. No. No.
The 9-pin weight's, I think, too strong here. But it would be so funny to Russian Tonki Russian door, Tonki, 2-pin.
What do we drop here? South? Yeah, okay.
Oh no, our Pinshu. Oh no, our door acceptance. It's all gone wrong. In the meantime, Rachel doing some punky stuff over there on the left. Looking for one more Onko draw. Well, 2 more Onko draws.
Well, we'll settle for 1. 2 would be great.
1
The 4 pins the Itsu. All the other potential hands are coming out, except for the 6-9 pin, which is, I should add, completely live in the wall, but everything else has come out first. There's no way Steve steals this. There's no way.
Nah.
It's not possible.
Tsumo.
Okay. I was getting worried there for a second. Statistically
Right.
speaking, Jen
There
should
it
be
is.
okay. Do it after Mongon. Why not?
yeah, there it is. I was like, here comes the arrow, right? Yep, there it is.
All right. Okay, so we found South 4. And that's 2 door in the starting hand.
Let's see, what do we need to win here? 3,000, a little over 3,000, 3,300 to get to second. Of course, if we sumo, we can do it for a lot less than that.
Sure. Oh my goodness.
8, 4.
I'm not going to call these blocks confirmed, or shapes confirmed, I should say. Pretty much
Right.
confirmed blocks, but we want this 5-mon pair to become something else.
Yeah. Of course, that's true. We're dealers, so I guess it doesn't matter. We don't have to get too crazy here because we'll get a repeat anyway.
But like this has 12k chance.
If you get the right tiles here.
Very good opportunity. Checking around the table. Okay for Claire. That's a nice draw, allowing you to accept Dora. Rachel's going to have a hard time using this Dora. That would be the real Tokay opportunity if that comes out. Steve's doing all right.
Triple south, huh?
Okay, so that's single south, Ricci south, Ipeco. Sumo.
I think if you sumo, it's enough.
Yeah. That will do it. Oh, improved weight, but
Improved
Steve,
weight, yeah.
Steve also filled a very important 7-mon. Yeah, Jen has just been absolutely stuck here, not getting anything useful from Steve, which is not abnormal. But with pawn available to be called, you're a little surprised the 1 pin hasn't come out. Oh, now we're
just
T-toy.
nobody's drawn it yet. 2.
Oh, Rachel's playing this door
Boom.
hard. But
Yeah.
5 will get called. Okay.
Ooh, does that?
He shoved
No,
that
not
in.
quite. 5, 8. Everyone's real close here to getting a hand together. 7 doesn't quite cut it.
That's Tempai.
Yeah.
That's the best Tempai because it doesn't give Jen Tempai as well. Does he Ricci Damas? Okay. Oh, Jen got Tempai anyway with the Sanoko chance. It's Toy Toy, Haku, door 2, Mungon, where the final door will give Hanemon, and Tsumo would also give Hanemon, and Tsumo on the door would be Baimon. Oh, but the 2 comes out, and that's going to deal into the expensive side, Queen Fu Peiko Tanyao, and that will end the game.
That'll end the game.
Steve, unfortunately, falling short of the 40 plus 40 goal, but 31.2 is not too shabby, and Claire will take a positive 6.8 for Jen, negative 6.5, and for Rachel, minus 31.5. What an awesome series.
Yeah, it was an exciting 4 games there.
Looking at the game results, those were some amazing hands. Everyone was Mongon plus. Everyone was 3 Han minimum. 3 Han minimum. There was no 1K cheap out hand. Everyone was going for it all. And I'm counting 4 Mongons and 2 Hanuman. And those are just the ones that won.
Everyone was Mongon possible because you had at least 3, and then you just door 2, right?
Exactly. All right. Well, we've got some Yakumons to catch up on. That is the last game of the evening, but we're not done just yet.
Yeah, we got to check out the 2 Yakumon.
All right. This first one is from this series. We had they took a break and we swapped to a different game and we missed it, unfortunately, which means I'm very excited to see how it went down.
Starts with 4 pairs, okay.
For East, one of those oh my goodness. Okay, 6-0. So that really leads us to believe that there's some possibilities for Sun Uncle.
Kan.
Con
to make things exciting.
Chi.
Chi into Tempai on 7 pin.
Chi into Tempai. Yep, and wasn't even ready on the... Wow. Interesting. 9-7.
Fought for a long time against this
Riichi.
Tempai. Slams the Riichi. Hatsu Forso. Hatsu drawn and held. Only one of each tile left in the wall.
Drawn and held.
Tsumo.
There it is.
Found. The gong sounds and 32,000 points are added to the bank account. And Rachel went on to win this game in convincing fashion. Yeah, not a hand that I really expect Swanko from the high pie. It looked like maybe after the East was drawn, you might play for Chitoy in order to make use of the East Dora. But after that 6-0 pull-in, Rachel even was prepared, cutting the East ahead of time and holding the safer tile in the hopes of building towards that massive hand. Okay, we've got one more, and this was from an A1 game earlier.
All right, what do we start with here?
Just your average Honitsu.
Pom.
Yeah.
East.
Honitsu. Toy. Yeah.
Toyman also going for something similar, maybe in the Sozu.
Pom.
With the dragons.
Yeah, Daisongen.
Excuse me? All right. Forget Toy. Forget Honitsu.
Pom.
Yeah, just went for it.
Oh.
Wow.
Even had Thai sushi chance. But said, you know what, let's play it safe.
Pom.
Immediately finds the West, and this is already Tempai for Show Sushi. Now I'm really curious about the pay. Would it won Dai Sushi if the 4-so 3-so was cut and Toyman continued to discard this way? Now, if I saw a 4-so 3-so come out, I'm never dropping these honor tiles, but that's a gutsy North call, North discard.
Yeah, I mean with the 4-4 and the 1-1 like discards, like what?
Oh, this is incredible. So 4 live on the wall, another con because we don't have enough value yet.
Pom.
Pon into Tempai.
Mm-hmm.
but dodges with the one so cut, waiting on Sanzo.
Wow, what a hand this is.
This is incredible. On the 5 comes out.
ロン
It didn't fit in the hand. I have to check. Was Daisongen was not live. Hatsu Hatsu had been cut. Instead, Shoal Sushi 48,000 points. And this was, I believe, Simon who won this monster's hand. It's just the fact that it could have also been Dai Sushi is incredible to me.
To do again, an almost dueling Yakumans again.
Seems to be the pattern today. We had that one hand with 3 potential Yakumans. Shoal Sushi versus Daisongen versus
Crazy.
Shuden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not calling the North. Wow.
Oh, PML won
Crazy.
both Yakuman. That's PML's night for sure. All right. Well, that everything's said and done. It's been a wild night. There are no more games, so time for us to call it. But I'm really glad that we were able to catch the games that we did. Glad that you were able to hop in, Jeffrey, and share them commentating. That was a blast.
Oh yeah, that was a great night. That was a fun night of mahjong.
And the great nights of mahjong will continue. We have scheduled a stream for tomorrow night. It will be A1 evening. I believe there are 3 tables of A1 playing their games, including the table that includes the top 3 players in A1, all dueling out against each other. So, actually, I said that, but the standings may have changed after that Yakuman. So let me just quickly check and make sure that that's still true. Yeah, it's still true. It's still true. Lucas, Korak, and Aaron will be duking it out. So you will not want to miss that one. And in the meantime, we are almost finished with session 4. That ends this weekend. So we're approaching the end of the season as well. That means the start of the summer season is coming soon. If you'd like to be involved with the American Riichi Mahjong League, certainly check out our website, americanriichi.org. You can sign up for that upcoming season right up there on the front page. You can also keep track of all of our divisions and see the games themselves. In fact, the logs get posted as well if you'd like to check out exactly how those results came to be. All available on our website. You can also check us out on our socials at American Riichi on Twitter/X and at American Riichi on YouTube, or you could follow this tiny URL link at tinyurl.com/ARMLYT to head to our YouTube channel for the VODs of all of our broadcasts, including soon to be this one. And that will do it for us. We'll have our next broadcast Friday evening, and as always, our regular Wednesday broadcast every week. So definitely check us out there. Any final thoughts, Jeffrey, before we really do wrap it up?
No, I think that's going to be it for today.
Very cool. Once again, thank you so much, and we'll catch everybody in the next stream. Have a good one.